do what you want with me, what you want with my body. Hello, hello, hello. Am I in focus? Give me a sec. You can't stop my voice, 'cause you don't own my life, but... Here we go. Jeez. I don't know if that helps. I just do that every stream now. I'm sick. Like, physically sick. Not, well, debatable. And so, yeah, this stream is going to be pretty laid back and maybe low energy. We'll see how we go. Depends on how riled up I get. And yeah, hence why, oh God. I was planning to stream yesterday, but then I was like out, literally out like a light, and only essentially just woke up. So here we go. I don't have COVID, but I think I have like just a regular cold, which can be just as devastating, as I'm learning. But anyway, Michael, welcome in. We're going to have our ads starting in just a sec, so while that's happening, let me just get settled in. I checked my list of clothing streaming outfits, and I don't think I've worn this yet for the challenge, which is weird because this is probably one of my most worn outfits just in my daily life. My own merch. But anyway, I checked, and if it turns out I have worn it during this challenge, just bean boozle me, you know, at this point. I'm pretty sure it's been only worn outside of the challenge thus far. So I'm using it up for this stream. Outfit 33. Anyway, what are we doing for today? We might watch some videos. Thuth, welcome in. Thruth, welcome in. And we might, yeah, we might have a shorter stream for today if my voice just randomly decides to give out. Because yesterday my voice, it was literally about to die. I don't know why. Maybe it's because, yeah, I had friends over on the weekend and we played games for like 12 hours. That could contribute. Anyway, I feel a little bit worse for wear. I'd like to get some color on to my face, so we're going to do that to start with. And the good thing about streaming is that I can't get you guys sick through the screen. So that's one positive, at least, you know. And so, yeah, it's safe. It's safe to hang out. Don't worry. Unlike in real life where there might be some risk. So, what am I going to do here? Sometimes when I'm feeling a bit worse for wear, a little makeover can help make you feel not so blech. So that's what we're going to do as we get settled in. And yeah. Scars, welcome in. You can't stay, that's all right. I don't think you'll be missing much. You're about to buy a car? Oh, congratulations. Make sure, yeah, that, you know, all the due diligence is done, as I'm sure it will be. This stream is really just like a, hey guys, I just wanted to say hi. There's nothing extraordinary planned. So, and the road trips, yes, the road trip evidence. That's what I like to hear, you know? So I need my little mirror. I'm feeling not entirely, what's the word? Sickly. Like, not sick enough to justify going to the doctor, if that makes sense. Just sick enough to feel a little bit shit. And yeah, my solution to that is hanging out here. So I have no doubts speaking with you guys will make me feel better, like it always does. Anyway, what am I doing here? Gosh. Maybe I should become a PNG tuber. That would be weird. What kind of avatar would I use, I wonder? And that actually was kind of alright. What kind of style are we going for today? Chicken nugget, welcome in. One of my favorite foods. Be careful, if you stick around I might just bite ya. What look are we going for today? It's relatively early here. I mean, if you'd consider midday early. So, I could go for a bolder look than normal. It's not like when I used to stream right at night, putting on these like full faces of makeup and then going straight to bed, you know? So I think we could do something a bit bold. It'll be worn all day. So let's just see where this takes us. We've had some really interesting bold looks on this channel where sometimes I look back on them like in our compilation videos and I'm just like, that was a choice. That was certainly a choice. CJ, hello. It's Sunday for you guys, right? That's true. For me, it's boring old Monday. And so I'm very grateful that I get to spice those boring old Mondays up with you guys here. But for a lot of you friends internationally, it's still Sunday. So what are your plans, if you have any? Or is it more of a casual kind of relaxing Sunday, which is perfectly fine too? That's what Sundays are for, right? Resting, relaxation, and for our friends working 9 to 5s, just trying not to think about it. Oh God. Beauty like this would come from the future. That's quite a nice thing to say. How have you been, CJ? Hope you've been well. I'm not entirely in focus, but don't worry, I'll fix it in a little bit. I kind of feel like some music, like copyright-free music in the background. Sometimes I'm hesitant. I've talked about it before, but I feel like now's a good time for it. So, jazz? Copyright-free light jazz. Yeah. And maybe that will help set the mood. Jazz music, royalty-free background cafe music. Okay. Oh shit. How's that? Not too loud? It can absolutely cover a world of hurt. I totally agree. Space, welcome in. You can help me with the levels. How does it sound? Is it okay? As I put my face on. Jazz is a bit like chocolate in that way. It can cover a world of hurt. And the comments on this YouTube video are saying that it is indeed copyright free, which is what I want. Could be 10% quieter? Thank you. How's that? And what are you up to today, Space? Are you going to outer space? If you're wondering also what I'm looking at, I have this mirror, which is helpful. Because I could use like the OBS screen, but it's not as close. It chillax into the max. Okay, fantastic. That's what I like to hear. As for our plans for today, I literally have no clue. Just trying not to succumb to the plague, I suppose. And yeah, was there anything that we actually had planned? Because we watched that Lord of the Rings video. We watched those videos from C. Lucker's channel. Unless there was one new one. I showed you my Club Cherry videos. You've been doing good times, actually. Okay. Consider this like the warm up to the stream, because usually we have that 5-minute like little welcome in slide, because I don't have that set up yet. I just have to do that myself. And so you're welcome or I'm sorry, depending on how you feel about that. Both are very valid. Okay. So, oh, we could also play games, but I need to download Steam. Maybe I'll do that now. I need to download Steam onto this computer. I haven't yet attempted to play anything on here, but it's a beastly thing, and so I feel like it'd be quite fun. Oh shit. Please. Cool. We're not gonna run it quite yet. Deltona, welcome in. This is weird. You ain't seen nothing yet, my friend. This is the precursor to the ultimate weird. We're just getting started. There we go. So let me just do some housekeeping here. There we go. There's something about those Sunday/Monday streams. You know? It's baffling, but not really worth much consideration. Can tell you guys maybe about a dream that I had today, which was really bizarre and quite silly. I tend to have quite vivid, silly, bizarre dreams. This one was no exception. And maybe you guys can also share some of yours if you remember them. I basically had a dream. Have you guys seen... Do you guys know what Big Brother is? The show. I mean, I think it used to be more popular maybe like 10-ish years ago. It's still kind of around. Where these people would just get like put into a house and we just watch them like 24/7. When I was a kid, like it was super popular here in Australia. And I always wanted to go onto that show, Big Brother, as a kid. Oh, wouldn't that be so cool? You know, you're kind of like a science experiment and a celebrity all in one. Nowadays, I'm like, holy shit, that sounds awful. I would hate to do that. Anyway, I kind of had a dream that I was on this show, which was a mix between Big Brother and Squid Game. So instead of like 20 people in a house, they were trying to somehow corral like 500 people into one house. And kind of, yeah, they would slowly, over time, vote people off until there was one remaining winner. But I didn't even get to see the fun part, like actually being in the house and being a contestant. My whole dream was packing for the trip and kind of being on the plane to go to the Big Brother house. So I didn't really get to experience the fun part, in quotation marks. It was all just the anticipation part. And so I was like in my old childhood bedroom, essentially, ripping open my cupboards, trying to find clothes to pack into my suitcase for this trip / experiment. Getting flustered because like I was gonna be late and gonna miss my flight in this dream of mine. And so, yeah, once I finished packing, finally got to the airport, and there was like hundreds and hundreds of people also going to this event. And so I was like making friends with them, kind of unaware of the fact that the filming for this show had kind of already begun before we even got to the place. And so I was just like talking with people, getting to know them and stuff. And apparently I was getting a lot of screen time just because I was like talking to so many people. So I was already becoming a bit of a main character in this dream, for better or for worse, essentially. And so that was very interesting. And I kind of want to talk about that actually, how my own thoughts and feelings on, I guess, fame, in quotation marks, has changed so much since I was a kid. It's literally almost a 180. And so it was kind of like when I was younger, the only thing I could really conceive of as being like, I don't know, truly famous or whatever, was if you were like this massive celebrity that everyone knows. And so essentially that was how I considered someone had made it, essentially. Excuse me, apparently I'm not very good at multitasking. It's one or the other. Anyway, and so I have all these home movies, which you guys have heard me describe before, about me as a kid. Dancing around, singing at the top of my lungs, completely out of tune, like pretending to play instruments, putting on little shows and like telling stories off the cuff. And my mum would just film me quite amused and I'd be like, let's go watch it, you know? So yeah, actually, Emto, you're so right. Fame, like the plague, is best avoided, in my opinion. That is very succinct and basically exactly how I feel now as, you know, a more grown adult. But when I was like 5 or 6, like preteen kind of years of my life, that's all I really wanted. I was like, oh, I'm gonna be so rich and famous. I didn't know how, I didn't know why. I was just like, you know, fame for the sake of fame. And so I don't know when it changed, but slowly over time I was just like, actually I kind of don't want to be the center of attention all the time anymore. And it's quite ironic that it took jumping headfirst into exactly that kind of situation, that is with streaming, to realize that. You know? Because at a surface level, something like this would fit the bill perfectly. You know, people kind of know you, they're very sweet to you, some people even look up to you. But then, yeah, you're so right, CJ. People also start to kind of, I don't know, they impose upon you their own thoughts and opinions. Maybe some people even lack appropriate boundaries. But all that stuff you don't really think of when you're a kid. You just think of, oh, the money and like the prestige and the clout. And so I got older and realized, actually, I tend to prefer not being a total wallflower. I think that would be inaccurate to say. But maybe I prefer having the ability to choose if I want to be kind of, you know, seen or just left to my own devices. And that's why streaming is actually kind of perfect for that. Despite the other stuff around it, if you're really famous, you don't really get a way to blend in. But yeah. Do you guys have any experiences like that where what you feel like you wanted so desperately as a kid or even just a bit younger changes, maybe even quite drastically? So it's happened to me quite distinctly, not just with that idea of fame, but with a few different things over time. And it's just like, I wonder how common or not common that is. And so there's a few other things. Maybe we can talk about that today. But other things that have stayed exactly the same. So I wonder what that says about me as well. Zola, hello. You were here from last stream? Yes, that's true. And we've got quite a few Canadian friends, which is nice. What time is it there in Canada? Because I know it's quite a big time difference, right? It always fascinates me how we've got people from all over the world. That's so cool. It's like, damn, I'm in the future compared to you guys. Trust me, you're gonna love it. Anyway. Yeah, fame is weird. It makes me think about how, like, you know, there's people who are really, really famous, like mega stars that have to do these tours and stuff, or actors that have to go on these grueling schedules. Like, if you're feeling under the weather like I am today, like, you can't just say, oh guys, I'll see you tomorrow, like I'm taking the day off. You kind of just have to go out there and bust your ass, which is crazy. I mean, they get paid a lot and that's fair, but I feel pretty privileged that I can just decide, essentially, if I'm okay enough to continue whatever it is I'm meant to be doing, or if I should just take a rest. And so, yeah. It's not like Taylor Swift can be like, you know what guys, I know like thousands of people paid a shit ton of money to come and see me in concert, but I'm just gonna take the day off, you know? And so, yeah, that stuff you don't really think about. The actual logistics of what it means to be in that kind of high, I don't know what the word is, prestige, like, careers. Because sure, it comes with a bunch of perks, and they're certainly attractive, but then it's like, oh man, think about all the times that, like, these artists and stuff just really, really would rather do anything else besides going on stage in front of a crowd of screaming people and jumping up and down and singing at the top of their lungs for like 2 hours. And so, yeah. Yeah, CJ, I think you're onto something there. Most kids nowadays, like, wasn't the top aspiration like a YouTuber or something, which I don't know how to feel exactly about that. There's something attractive and like kind of cool about that idea of an interesting, fast-paced, highly, like, what's the word? Beneficial? Like, it's got lots of perks kind of career, you know? In the sense that it's different to the typical 9 to 5. And maybe that's appealing to kids. But yeah, the actuality of it all, like, fuck, it's sometimes, yeah, not all it's cracked up to be. So, excuse me. Jobs, it's good that you've been more or less realistic. That takes a very clear mind, like a clear-headed approach. And certainly over time, the more knowledge that you get, the more you actually refine what you think you want, as to like trying to turn it into something more accurate. What you know you want, something like that. Zola's almost 11 p.m. Oh, that's crazy. Here it's just past midday. So it's about 1 p.m. here now on Monday. Don't mind me. I know this is the worst part. Try and get it over quick. Does it even make a difference? And yeah, I think it's honestly totally valid for people to have less, what's the word? Is sympathy too harsh? Less sympathy for like those celebrity types. I can see both sides of the argument, you know? Because the benefits are immense. Like, I could never argue otherwise. The money, the sheer, like, I don't know, the choice that opens up once you have that level of wealth, you know? You can really choose to live your life in a way that most people could never dream of. And so they sign up for it. It's only fair that they should do what's required of them. Still though, my general thoughts always kind of filter back to that idea of like leading with gentleness and sensitivity. And at the end of the day, like, these are still people, you know? Like, they still get sick, they still have off days. And so it's kind of like, yeah, that hypothetical, like, what if you were in that position and you just really wanted to curl up in bed, but, you know, all these people are depending on you to go out there and bust your ass. I don't know, I still feel a bit of sympathy for these people. But I can definitely see the argument where it's like, well, that's what they sign up for. I'm in Australia, so yeah, it's just past midday here. And Note, hello again. I'm glad to see you, my friend. Are you still streaming? Like, last we spoke, yeah, I think he was streaming, what game was it? Was it Valorant? I'm gonna be embarrassed if I'm incorrect. Or maybe just playing it for fun. Taking a break is fine. I literally just came back from like a really long break, so I know firsthand how helpful it can be and sometimes how necessary it is. D2. I'm so bad with games. But I do remember sitting in your streams and just kind of like chilling, because you're such a vibe, you know? You're so laid back, and I like that. Though some of the people in those games were kind of, I don't know what word. Some people were toxic, but most people were chill, I would say. Yeah, it was chill times, I totally agree. It's nice to see you. I honestly thought, you know, it's been so long, I didn't expect you to remember this little place, but I'm glad. But yeah, let's see. I'm kind of breaking out as well. You can't tell on camera. That's usually a sign that I am actually getting sick, because it's, thankfully at least, now more of a rare thing. Note, what are you up to today? Anything in particular? Just deciding to stop by? I'm kind of under the weather. I still wanted to see you guys. Chilling with the boys, I like that. And once I finish this, I'll try and refocus my camera. It's a chill Sunday. I love it. Yeah, for me, like, since I can remember with my family, Sundays have always been pretty, like, administrative, if that makes sense. Relaxing, setting up the next week, whatever, like, if we need to plan anything. Kind of recapping what the fuck happened in the last week. And just, yeah, resetting if possible. Nowadays I live alone, so I try and keep the spirit of that, but sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, the days tend to blend together. Yeah, it's a blur for real. And Riku, hello, I saw you come in earlier. Thank you for stopping by. I quite like lipstick, though I don't like when it gets on my teeth. Especially if it's like there for ages and you don't realize. It's very embarrassing. It has happened to me more times than I care to admit. It's even happened to me when recording a video, like recording a 5-minute video and then watching it back and be like, oh, there's lipstick on my teeth. Fuck. I have to do that whole thing again. Anyway, let me move this. Because I am slightly sick, I might have to like pause and like blow my nose, because I don't want to do that in front of you guys. It's so gross. A few times during this stream. So Let's see. Okay, I think that's focused. Like now, for instance. So just don't worry, the stream hasn't cut out. It's just me purposefully doing this. Okay, so you're hearing two different streams at once? Oh, that's no good. Hopefully I'm not playing two different streams at once. Okay. I am playing music though. That could be what you're hearing. And so... Maida, hello, hello. It's your phone note? I hate when that happens. It's interesting because I don't typically watch much Twitch on my phone because it just drains the battery like crazy. Okay. Oh god, I just realized this is like a spicy gloss. Whew. Okay. Now that I've used makeup to cover up, like, slightly how sick I am, to, you know, a debatable level of effectiveness, I can focus. Yeah, Twitch absolutely kills my phone battery as well. And so I can watch like maybe 10-20 minutes before I need to charge. My tongue is feeling spicy now. Yeah, I literally have nothing planned today. Absolutely nothing. And I'm basically really just racing against the clock of my own voice. So how long I can talk without my voice giving out, we'll find out together. Anyway, maybe, yeah, we can do less energy requiring things for this stream. Yeah, exactly, nothing planned on the Lord's Day. as intended. Video watching. Or gaming. Remember when we used to play games, guys? Like the Jackbox Party Pack or Marbles on Stream? I want to get back into that at some point. Though it's tricky because when you guys win, that's usually when I get myself into trouble. If I promise something. If I've bitten off more than I can chew. Still, some of my fondest memories are like, yeah, just involve playing those games and the memes that come from them. So that's why I literally just downloaded Steam, and I'll need to log in and stuff. Pin to start. Pin to taskbar. Yeah. Welcome back, Note. Could even have kind of like a co-working or parallel play stream where I'm just like here to check in with you guys every now and then. Do I play Fortnite? It's funny that you ask. I've played Fortnite a total of 1 time, essentially, at a friend's house. Actually, it's more like 1.5 times. But yeah, so the 0.5 is because once I tried to download Fortnite on my old computer, which was like this kind of middle of the range laptop, and it literally didn't work. Like, my computer could not handle Fortnite, so I just played like a really laggy 2 minutes before I was just like, you know what, fuck it, I'm not playing this. And then the other time that I actually played it, I was at a friend's house, and I was so bad at it, so embarrassingly horrible at it, that I thought to myself, I'm never playing this again. So that's kind of, that sums up my experience. Though, to be fair, I have had quite a bit of experience with TF2 when I was in high school. That was my jam. I used to play the crap out of that game. I was a scout main, and I used to delight in this one particular map where I had kind of learned all the like little corners and tips and tricks and like places to jump and just surprise people, to the point where I'd get called out for hacking, even though I wasn't hacking. I was just that good. And so there's nothing better than when someone starts raging and it's like they're accusing you of something that you didn't even do. And it's like, that's the ultimate compliment, because it's like, you think my skills are not even possible? Wow, take that as a huge compliment. Yeah, hacker Emmy type beat. Though I swear, like, it was only that character and only in that map. If I had tried any other combination, it'd be very clear that I wasn't hacking, because I was terrible at basically every other character. And so I have very fond memories of playing that. But the sad thing is, you know, TF2 kind of fell off, at least here. And so the communities, like, more or less disbanded, the maps and stuff became abandoned. And so, yeah, I feel like nowadays, that whole situation couldn't even happen. Like, I don't know. People moved on, which is fair, I suppose, but like, Achievement Idol, I believe, was the title, and it was one particular map that was like just special made for people trying to rack up achievements. So I just played as if it were a normal map and just like killed people and shit, which must have been extra aggravating if they were going for a specific achievement and I was just like, you thought. So, oh god, yeah, I quite liked those days. And people don't even believe me when I say this, but I swear it's true. My, like, fondness for the Scout as a character literally occurred independently of my fondness for Jerma, even though there's, like, so much overlap between the two. Like, literally, they even named his character Jeremy after Jerma. And so, because, you know, they're both Bostonian and stuff like that, kind of similar looking as well. And so maybe I do just have, like, inside me, I have, like, an inherent type for some brash Bostonian-speaking man. But there we go. Because that was, like, years before I kind of watched his videos. But yeah. What else? You're back in the Boston area. That's so cool. Yeah, I imagine it's super chill. And the accent is like, yeah, for me at least, it's really pleasant to listen to. Which maybe, I don't know if that's a common opinion. But yeah, streaming can be chill, or it can be it could be stressful, it could be basically anything. And so I understand what you mean. You know, like, for me, I've been lucky. Most of the time, 99% of the time, it's wonderful. So I feel pretty blessed in that regard. It's highly, highly dependent on the people that you're with, and that can be kind of just the luck of the draw sometimes. Yeah. Let's see. What else was I gonna say? I had this idea for a stream, like a random stream where I just show up and I don't speak the entire time, but I don't warn you guys when that's gonna happen. So it's like, everyone's like, Emmy, hello, hello, can you hear us, can you see us? And I'm just like, either pretending that I don't know that I'm streaming, or trying to communicate with you guys and no sounds coming out. So just as an avant-garde experiment type beat. Though I wonder how long I could actually keep it up for, because 4 hours of not talking when people are trying to get your attention, I feel like I just lose straight away. So you laugh, you lose, but it's like you talk, you lose. Note, you're about to start driving, please drive safely. Yeah, it's in Boston. Like, no spider landed on my shoulder. It's so cute, I don't know. I quite like it. Let's see. As for my outfit for today, I can show you guys that now. So, you guys may have seen this before, but not during our little challenge. It is a jumper. It's backwards, but it says Emmy. This is my own merch, and it's quite comfortable if I do say so myself. It's like quite large. I purposely got a larger size for that kind of, yeah, that kind of cute oversized look, and it's got a hood as well. So this is not technically an ad, but I guess it kind of is. I can become Gangster Emmy if I want. Just be like, you got the stuff. You got the jazz. And so, oh, Punch Drinker, I will hydrate in just a second. Thank you for that. I do sell these, and if my website were up and running normally, I would point to that currently, but it's not. It's like down for some reason. So that's just a little fun fact, I suppose. As for the bottoms, just some black tights, nothing crazy. Yeah, the Emmy merch, it does go pretty hard, if I do say so myself. It's got that that gangster appeal, and I do have actual like other merch as well, but yeah, I don't know why my website's been misbehaving recently, so I can't even show you guys. It's quite sad. But stuff like this, which is kind of cursed. It's a postcard with my previous cosplay on there. I've got heaps of postcards, posters, and all that other stuff, which hopefully I'll get to show you guys in more detail. Maybe once my mum gets back from holiday, she can help me with my website again, because she's kind of like my my partner in crime in that way. My one-stop shop. She helps me with making the merch, setting up the website, basically all the back-end stuff that you can imagine. I'm essentially useless on my own, and that's the truth. But yeah, this is what I'm wearing today because it's just super comfortable, it's super warm, and here in Australia, here in Victoria, Australia, it's winter. It's miserable, guys. It's so cold. It's like, it's just not, it's not it for me. So yeah, despite the complexion, I much prefer like the warmer months, the beach going months, summertime, which is December, January, February. Right now we're in the thick of winter, and so I'm cold. I'm just cold, guys, all the time. This helps. I even have a heater right next to me, and so that's just to take the edge off, you know. Anyway, let me put this down. Just, yeah, that's fine. Thank you for the hydrate. And yeah, maybe I can ask you guys at some point when I have like the ability to enact this change, what merch people would even want. Because we've got hoodies and shirts, toys, posters and postcards. I'm trying to like think about what else like would even be helpful or useful to people, or yeah, maybe bookmarks, like writing related things. Anyway, it is a shame that I can't show you guys properly. I'm gonna just double check right now. Yeah, it's down. It's down. Maybe this will become the stream where I just say nothing the whole time. Oh, it's just me trying to rub two brain cells together and come up with something to say. And if worse comes to worse, I'll just read the B-movie script out loud, word for word, and be like, this is entertaining, right? This is what you guys sign up for? It can be like that. Yeah, it really do be like that sometimes. Yeah. Staring contest. Though I will say, actually, there's something about being thrown into the deep end that can be highly, highly generative. And sometimes, when I say generative, that doesn't even have like a moral like judgment attached to it. It could be terrible or it could be good. But there's something about literally being thrown into the fire that can force you to just come up with something, literally anything. And I've had moments like that where in an emergency, your brain just scrambles and it can be pretty good. Yeah, anything. That's exactly right. See, look at hello. Other times though, it's more like this, where I'm just like, well, I don't fucking know. Like, wait, I'm streaming right now? And so, yeah, it's really just like, it's a crapshoot, I suppose. How have you been, Sea Lucket? Yeah, am I streaming right now? What the heck? I didn't realize. Tell me I haven't worn this before for the outfit challenge, because holy shit. The Bean Boozle punishment looms overhead constantly. The sleigh is... it's medium today. I feel pretty under the weather, and I don't know if I'm sick or if I just stayed up too late. Because when I had board game night with my friends 2 days ago, and we stayed up very late, like literally 3 a.m. plus. And then I realized I'm genuinely getting old because I can't do that. I can't do that anymore without feeling it quite immensely the next day. I can't tell if that's the reason or if I'm actually just getting sick because my throat was hurting. But like, was my throat hurting because I was laughing and talking with friends for 12 plus hours? Or was that like a separate thing? So yeah, I'm too old now. I'm legitimately an oldie. So it could just be a coincidence. Because also the week before I was hanging out with friends and it was like a big group of us, like 13-ish people. And so that's just like, it's basically asking to get sick. And yeah, it makes sense if I did get sick back then that I would start feeling the symptoms now, roughly a week later. So, an oldie but a goodie. Too much fun can come at a price is very, very true. And so, yeah, I'm not going to be all that entertaining today, unfortunately. But sometimes it's more about the presence than anything else. Sitting with someone, enjoying some light jazz. You like jazz? Yeah, just enjoying some copyright-free music together. That's like, yeah, sometimes all you need. So, and yeah, just me sitting and enjoying my own merch, like how self-interested is that? But I legitimately wear this like probably the most out of anything that I own. So yeah, copyright free, baby. It's not too loud, is it? I've worn this before for the challenge. Don't tease me, Sea Lucket. Not for the challenge, surely. Oh god. Okay, good. Because like the fucked up thing is I don't know where that little Bean Boozle like container is anymore. So I have to buy a new one of this horrible, no good, disgusting, revolting like packet of beans. And so yeah, it's kind of ironic. Don't revive me. But yeah, I have to be appropriately punished if I break the challenge. Vine room sound effect. Yeah, and it's funny because like even my my friends who have pretty strong stomachs, I gave them these Bean Boozle beans to try and they nearly puked. They were like, that's fucking horrible. And I was like, I know. And it's funny to me the knowledge of how much I detest these Bean Boozle beans and yet having to buy another whole packet of them. How fate is so fickle. What a fickle mistress. Yeah, poor space. Yeah, no, right. Oh god. Anyway, did we have more videos from you, Sea Lucket, to watch? Because that, like, this would be a perfect opportunity to do that because, you know, it's kind of more chill and laid back. But I wonder if I should give them, like, if I should wait until I have more to say and give. Because, you know, I think your artistry deserves that. There were 2 more for funs. Okay, funsies. Short little things. Okay. That's an option. I can't even fall back on something like reading because my voice is so fucked. Cherry clips. Cool. So quick, Sea Locker, that's 5. How am I feeling in 1 word or less? Exactly that. That silence. What about you guys? I'm curious. You watched American Psycho with your siblings? Oh yeah, that reminds me. I watched The Hangover recently. American Psycho is crazy. I watched it recently and I was blown away by Christian Bale. Like, he's an incredible actor. Literally, like, I don't know. No words, no notes. He's incredible. In that movie, he's quite funny. But yeah, he is quite OMG, I agree. You watched it with your sibling, Sea Locket. I could have warned you. I could have been like, yeah, this is quite an explicit movie. Not just gory, but there's like some sex scenes and stuff like that. When he's looking in the mirror. Oh gosh. The book, if you can believe it, is even more crazy. Like, the movie is tame by comparison, and you think, how is that even possible? I assure you it's possible, in a very sad, disgusting kind of way. So do not read the book unless you're prepared. Like, unless you are fully okay with that. So, Brother of the Year award. Honestly, yeah, it depends. How old is your sister, Sea Locket? I know she's younger than you, if I'm not mistaken. And then, did you have another sibling? 18, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah. It's actually a good movie to watch because there are kind of, not to that extreme, but there are people like that out there. So it's good to be aware. Be aware and don't go back to some stranger's apartment and he starts talking about fucking Phil Collins or whatever. Oh, your brother is 14 and he saw it too? Yeah, he's not gonna forget that. I ruined their lives type beat. Honestly, I think it's fine. And it's such a great movie. Like, it's working on so many different levels. Like, you've got the obvious surface level of what you're watching. This guy who's just this fucking psycho. This American psycho. And his escapades. But then there's also like the satirical level where, you know, the movie's making fun of these kind of like New York yuppies and how they all look the same and dress the same. Because their jobs are essentially so meaningless that they can't distinguish between each other, right? They're essentially like clones of each other. And so you've got that kind of satirical political element. And then also, like what Astro so astutely points out, that kind of not magical realism, but that open to interpretation kind of ending where it's like, how much of that actually happened? And how much of that was just the crazed delusions of this quite, you know, mentally ill person, right? And so that movie, despite it being quite like raunchy and in your face, you know, which could be argued is gratuitous. I'm not sure actually. It's masterfully done, and I think that is where myself and Oscar Wilde, you know, unsurprisingly, agree quite exactly. He talks about, like, if you're going to do something kind of shocking and potentially distasteful, at least do it with style. Like, at least do it competently enough where people, even if they're like, they disagree with what you're like showcasing, they can't help but notice, oh, it was well done, you know. And I think with American Psycho, that's one of those like instances. Yeah, with some pizzazz, exactly right, you know. And yeah, I know there's a bunch of incredible analysis on American Psycho on YouTube and stuff like that, even in universities. It's for the ages, I think. And so it's not just like shock, horror and gore and sex for the sake of it. Though to be honest, even if it was, that kind of is a little thematic, to be honest. Because it's like, it's talking about the excess of that lifestyle and how when you're literally like your every whim and need is taken care of, when you're that rich, when you have that much influence, how do you what do you fill your life with? You know, how do you satisfy whatever it is inside you that wants more, you know? And so it is, yeah, sex, drugs, murder, if you swing that way. And also Willem Dafoe, like, what the fuck? He's so great. He's so funny. Like, I inadvertently watched a couple of movies in a row where he happened to be in it, and it wasn't like planned. It was just like, oh, let's watch this movie, it looks interesting. Oh, let's watch this movie, it looks interesting. And he happened to be in both of them. And so it was like, I just noticed, you know, his aura in general. And he's got quite an interesting aura. Willem Dafoe. I'm somewhat of a scientist myself, Willem Dafoe. And so, yeah. It's nice when you get to see actors just not only in their element, but like acting their asses off. And in some of those classic movies, you can really tell they're just fucking acting their asses off, and it's wonderful to see. Because for me, like, I'm not as well versed in movies as I am in things like books or even music, because like that's just never been my domain, right? That's why I'm so late to catch up on everything. And now that I'm kind of getting more into movies, I can really just like appreciate the artistry that goes into it. Acting is such an incredible creative thing, you know? And when someone draws you into this character and makes you believe it, makes you believe whatever emotion they're trying to sell, it's like, holy shit, it's mesmerizing. And so that's something that I really do appreciate, and how it's something you can't really get necessarily from a textual medium, text as in words and stuff like that. Willem Dafoe is so true. And yeah, the American Joe show, you're absolutely right. The business cards all saying kind of essentially the same job description is so funny. Like that movie, American Psycho, I should say, in my opinion, and I think this is the common opinion, it's quite a dark comedy, right? Like it's quite explicit and brash and overt, and there's elements of tragedy to it, and there's elements of like shock, horror, and gore. But at its core, I think there's this rich vein of comedy going through it, where it's like, think about that card scene, for instance, and how they're all kind of just like circle jerking over their business cards, which look exactly the fucking same. They're just like these minute little differences that they're all getting really envious about. Because when it comes to like that environment, like being a clone in that way, those tiny details are the only distinguishing features, so that's why they have to be like that, you know? Yeah, so envious. He's literally like, the way Christian Bale plays it as well, he's like literally almost about to pass out. Like, wait, I wonder if I can recreate this. This could be kind of funny. Where he's like, imagine this is the business card. He's like, the subtle thickness of it. The coloring, oh my God. It's even got a watermark. And it's like, he's literally like having this moment, and it's funny. Like, that's the thing. It's a very complicated movie, but at the same time, it's got this irreverent streak through it where it's like pointing out the absurdity of the situation. Like, look how crazy it is that this is actually a thing, that there are people out there like that self-involved, that have that kind of job where they're essentially doing nothing. Like, when you think about it, Christian Bale's character, he doesn't do any work throughout the entire film. He goes to lunch, he goes to dinner, he schedules meetings, he doodles in his notebook like some fucked up drawings, he hires prostitutes and does it all over again. And so it's like, it's this, it's quite a pointed jab at that lifestyle and those people that seem to be doing nothing, you know? And so, yeah, listening to music and cleaning up his murders. So it's like, yeah, it's a funny movie. It's a dark comedy, I would say. And yeah, it's quite masterful. So it's okay that you showed your siblings Sea Locket. I think that's fine. Yeah, the materialism of it all and that desperate need to fill the void, you know. And it's not what's the word? It's not like a rare thing, if that makes sense. Like, it's quite common that once you have basically all your needs, your basic needs taken care of, like you've got enough money that, you know, you don't have to worry about rent or like putting food on the table, you've got your basics and even your luxuries taken care of. What then? Literally, what then? How do you find satisfaction in life? A lot of people start kind of spinning out because they don't know. Like they're like, okay, drugs maybe. When that doesn't work, prostitutes, and then just like getting faster and faster on this hedonistic treadmill. It's quite like, yeah, it's tragic in a way. But yeah, what can you do? Jeez, what can you do besides fall over? How do you find satisfaction in life? I don't know. You have to find that for yourself. You have to figure out what it is that you personally derive the fire of life from, essentially. That drive to keep going, to to essentially not go crazy, you know. Cody, hello. Ben, hello. Yeah, does that make sense? For me, if I didn't have writing, for instance, I probably would be an Australian psycho. No, that's not true, but you know what I mean. Like I'd be much worse off. I'd be miserable, I think. And in fact, yes, that reminds me of a conversation I had a while ago with a friend, an online friend, who I was interviewing for a little essay I was writing. And I asked him, why do you make stuff? Like, why do you have these creative pursuits? Often, like, you know, being quite overlooked in a way. Because this person in particular made a lot of, like, did a lot of writing online, like on Twitter and stuff, completely for free, just posting daily. Really great stuff. Like, stuff that I personally believed should be, like, published in a book that you have to pay for, right? He just shared it with everyone for free. And I asked him, like, why? Why is this, like, your method, right? And more broadly than that, why do you make things in general? And he told me something that I'll literally never, ever, ever forget. He said, because otherwise I would be miserable. And doesn't that just sum it all up, right? Like, yeah. Since that, like, exchange, it changed my entire, like the way that I thought about creative pursuits and, like, doing things that may not necessarily have a direct correlation to, like, commerce, you know? Like, I can't sell necessarily the poems that I write or the songs that I make. Not in a way that would help me, like, you know, make a living, right? But if I didn't make them, I would be utterly fucking miserable. And so, yeah, that kind of, it just sorts it all out for me because my path is already set. My mind is already made up. I know the consequences. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, if you know that you would be miserable, like utterly, truly miserable without something, then don't hold back. Go for it, you know? Like, follow your bliss, essentially. And I think that is really all it boils down to. So, does that make sense? A very wise friend of mine. And I believed him when he said that too. He wasn't just being like that kind of humble, modest artist, you know? He truly would be miserable without it. And so I felt and I feel the same way. But yeah, let's see. I think there was something I was going to mention before. I would recommend Dead Poet Society. See, like it, I absolutely would. Yes, it's good, very very good. And yeah, Willem Dafoe playing that detective three different ways is such a cool detail, and I think it adds to the mood of the story, because it's like, is he onto like Bateman's character, or is he just like kind of probing, you know? And ultimately, it's kind of mixed in terms of like how satisfying people find the ending, and what their interpretation is of that movie. I think I actually haven't made up my mind, like whether or not Bateman's character did those things. I think he probably did, or at least the story to me is better if he did, because it just points to how if you have enough money, you can literally wallpaper over anything. But yeah, it does read as Bateman having like going through some kind of psychosis, and it's so cool that they're able to thread the needle that finely, because it's like there's evidence both ways. And I think when you make a story like that, like, come on, you've done something incredible, because people will end up talking about it forever, you know. But yeah, I think to me it's more meaningful as a satirical film if he did do the murders and stuff like that. Like, I think it reinforces the message that like these people are essentially an untouchable past a certain level of wealth and connection. You know, you could literally kill someone in broad daylight and get away with it, which I know is more of a metaphorical thing. But if he was just going through psychosis, or if everything was in his head, then I think the old underlying message of the story changes, and it becomes more about a story of overlooked mental illness in like America, and how it kind of gets falsely pacified with materialism, as opposed to a satirical political message. And so it depends which one of those things appeals to you more, because both of those things are extremely important and poignant. You know, I think mental health is an important, almost the most important topic, right? And so I guess it just depends. But yeah, I can definitely imagine he killed a homeless guy and got away with it. Yeah. And again, it's like the differing levels of like class, or like, you know, importance or visibility in the film and in the book is really interesting, because of course he's been killing homeless people and he's been killing prostitutes and stuff. It's implied that he's been doing this kind of maybe for a while, though it starts to ramp up over time. But it's only once he kills someone on his same level, you know, one of his associates, that the investigation begins, and like he's kind of now a person of interest, right? It's like, it's so rich and dark with its many implications. Like, if he hadn't killed his associate or whatever, he could have maybe continued being this American psycho indefinitely without anyone like being any the wiser, or potentially not giving a fuck. Like, maybe they do know something, or like they recognize that there's some guy out in the streets doing weird shit, but they're like, oh, he's just killing prostitutes, who gives a fuck, you know? And so it's like, it's just really, really interesting, and it's such a clever movie that kind of, it's deceptive because it dazzles people and it distracts people with its gore and its sex. But then once you get into the heart of it, you realize, holy shit, like, this is actually dissecting really the core of America and the core of, like, I guess, what would you call it? I don't know exactly, and I might be fumbling my words here, so take this with a grain of salt. But like that kind of the burgeoning neoliberalism at the time, and yeah, that idea of like, oh, making your own destiny and shit like that, where it's like, oh, only specific few people can really do that in that kind of way. And so, but yeah, you guys are so right. The shooting at the cop cars. I don't doubt that parts of that movie are meant to be like exaggerated or like hallucinated to show how far gone the character is. But in terms of like the underlying actual things that the character has done, it wouldn't surprise me if it's implied that he genuinely did kill someone or multiple someones. If they did remake it, I wonder what it would be like. I think they did such a good job the first time round, but it would be interesting to have like a modern version. What would the modern version be? Like, to be honest, I think it would have to do with social media and stuff. It could be like, what's the word? Like a cyber psycho, something like that. Yeah, he definitely did at least a little bit of murder, let's be real. Yeah, did he drop a chainsaw on a girl and it like somehow it perfectly catches her and slices her in half? Who's to say? But again, we're seeing the movie through his perspective, essentially. He's an unreliable narrator. So it could be something similar that happened and we're just kind of imagining it or seeing it through his like fucked up perspective. And so, yeah, I think it's such a masterful movie. And yeah, the book as well. I did read it. I was curious, and it's not for the faint of heart. So if you've read it, you know what I'm talking about, but it makes the film Bateman look like a blushing virgin, you know, just putting it out there. Yeah. I don't want to give too much away, and I don't say this just for the sake of crudeness, but there's one part where it involves a prostitute and a clear tube and a hamster and a little piece of cheese. And so I'll let you fill in the blanks there. That's just one section, by the way. I can see why they didn't include that in the film. And so, yeah, it's like, I think I actually have heard that the author was a bit regretful because that book has been banned in a lot of places. I think for the longest time it was banned here in Australia. I don't know if it still is. Certainly it was banned from certain schools and stuff because they were like, this is really fucked up. Like, what the hell? And I think he said he was partially regretful. But what he was attempting to do at the time when he wrote it was to highlight how, like, just to basically grab people by the shoulders and shake them, to be like, wake up, sheeple. No, it's kind of like he was trying to use the shock factor of the crude events to highlight the absurdity of what genuinely goes on in the world, even if it isn't that explicit, you know, in real life. Because people aren't really shocked by things nowadays. You know what I mean? And it's even worse now. But like back then, like, we know that there's corruption out there, that people do things underhandedly, that rich people have privileges afforded to them that regular people don't have. We know all this stuff. But there's so much now to be outraged over. You get tired, you know? Like, you simply just get tired. Yeah, desensitized. And so I think from my own very hazy remembering of what I read about like the author's motivations, he was like, how do you shake sense into people? This massive people who have been basically desensitized to the world's crises, multiple crises, because there's just so much happening all the time. And so his like kind of solution was this extreme gore and yeah, just explicit, horrible, disgusting acts. Because it really is exhausting, you know? And so I don't know if he would rewrite it differently if he had the chance to, but I think what he did was like understandable. I could see where he was going with it. And so, yeah, don't ever, like, if someone's house, if you go into someone's house and it's covered in plastic, get the fuck out of there. Though it's true, like a lot of people's houses, like my parents, like my grandparents and stuff, it's kind of a cultural thing to have like plastic covering over the sofa and shit. So just be discerning, right? But yeah, take the plastic off. If you read that book, proceed with caution, but try to see past the brutality of it all. Like, try to see like the heart of the absurdity and the cruelty that it's trying to expose. And yeah, it's quite relevant to this day, I think, unfortunately. Yeah, let's read it on stream, guys. Oh god. Yeah, if someone starts playing fucking Phil Collins, then just get the fuck out of there. Even though he's great. You know, we love some Phil Collins. We love a bit of Susudio. Just get out there. So yeah. Books can be quite interesting. Like they offer a connection and a depth that maybe you can't necessarily get with movies. And it does remind me of this conversation I had with my dad, where he was teasing me one day because he doesn't really read that much. And of course I read quite a bit, or at least I try to. And he was like, so you've actually read a book and gotten scared before from words on a page? I'd be like, yeah. And he's like, how is that possible though? Like, it's just words. How can you be scared? It's not like you're seeing something scary on TV or like you're being jump scared. He was literally baffled. Like, he wasn't even trying to be like derisive. He was genuinely confused. Like, just stop reading type beat. And I was like, it's hard to explain, but when you do get into the zone, once you're deep into a story, it kind of does feel like you're in it. It's like there's less separation between you as a viewer or an observer and the characters going through whatever it is they're going through. It's kind of like when the author does a good job. Yeah, they fully engage you. Like, you're basically either the actual character that you're reading about or you're spectating that character from inside the world. And so you feel the stakes. You feel like you could be in danger. And so he was quite, he was surprised and confused by that, because he was saying, like, I think to him, maybe he hasn't experienced that feeling of being kind of sucked into a world through kind of that masterful story writing. But when it happens, you feel like you're there, essentially. And even for me, I can't picture things that well in my head, but I don't even need to picture it. I can just feel as if that sympathetic response, like if a character's nervous, you start to feel a little bit nervous yourself, even if it's not the exact same. There's echoes that reverberate, and that can sometimes be enough. And I've definitely cried from books before, from like sad things happening. I remember The Fault in Our Stars, which is so funny because it's kind of like a teeny bopper book. It's about these two characters who are like terminally ill. I remember finishing the book and crying because I loved it so much. And then I remember crying partway through the book as well, because I was just thinking of these characters who aren't even real, but like their kind of their turmoil and being like, oh, it's so sad, you know? But yeah, it's like, it's something that you have to almost experience for yourself to be able to understand. Because my dad, he just was like, what? How's it possible? And you guys may have heard this story before, but like, I tried to do this little experiment with my parents, because my dad also said, like, how can a book possibly be better than a movie when like a movie can visually explicitly show you something that you may not be able to picture on your own, right? He gave the example of Harry Potter, like talking about the creatures and like the Hogwarts castle. He was telling us that his imagination isn't that robust. He wouldn't be able to picture the grandeur and like all the little details. And so when he watches a movie and like the dragons and shit, I don't know like what dragons he was talking about, but it's like he was essentially saying that he doesn't trust his memory or like imagination to be as detailed and as complex and as marvelous as whatever a director can show us visually, right? And so I did an experiment with them. And I tried to explain that with reading, it's not just about the visuals, so that can be a huge part of it. It's more about the little minute details that sometimes get necessarily elided, as in cut out, from a film because they don't have like 24 hours to show this story. They have a set amount of time where they just have to include the most relevant bits and pieces, right? And so what I did was I started really simple, and I read to my parents, or like my brother was there, I think, too. My sister was sometimes there, back when we were all living together, a chapter a day, essentially, at dinner time. I read Matilda, you know, Matilda, the Roald Dahl children's book. And I was like, okay, this book has a film. So after we read it together, we're going to watch the film. We've all seen it before, but it's fine. And then you can tell me how, like, which one you liked more, right? And so it took a while. Some days we read more than others, but eventually we got through the book. And like planned, we watched the film. And I was so vindicated because my dad was like, yeah, the book was better. And I was like, see, now you get what I mean. And it wasn't necessarily about the visuals. It was about the fact that, like, you know, you get to see like, or hear Matilda's internal monologue when she's like walking to the library, and like how she's so tiny because she's so small. Like, she's looking up at the receptionist at this like massive desk. It feels momentous to her, but it's just this normal sized desk, right? And so that stuff gets conveyed in maybe a single split-second image in a film because they don't need to go over it for like 20 pages. But for us, reading it, we get to like essentially connect more with the characters and feel closer to them and kind of root for them more. And so it's kind of like, yeah, fleshing out the characters, making them feel almost like friends in a way, like heightening the stakes to make you give more of a fuck, right? And so it's kind of like, it's almost about everything except the visuals at times. And yeah, invoking emotion is so true. Like, sometimes you need a more of an extended, like, I don't know, extended scene to really showcase whatever it is the author's trying to demonstrate. Whereas with the movie, they're just trying to get from kind of one story beat to the next, which is fair enough. And so my dad was like, oh, they didn't include this part and this part. And what about the part when she went here? And like, what about when she did this? And like, I know, but like the movie's like fantastic in its own right, but it's doing something different. It has to necessarily just by the medium that it is. And so I was like, now you know what I mean, right? And that was quite cute. And I do want to do that again at some point. I'd like to read to them some other book. It's hard though now that I'm moved out because like, it just becomes more involved. Back when I was living there, it was like, all right, reading time. Every day at dinner time, roughly 6 p.m., just read to them a chapter and be like, you remember what happened last time? Like, yeah. So it was like a teacher type beat. And so, yeah, it's quite interesting. And all that said, I am now starting to appreciate what movies can deliver that actually can't be shown in a book. And the stuff like, well, of course, the fact that there's visuals and music is incredible in its own way, but also like that idea of having an actor just fully take you away and make it so believable in maybe ways you wouldn't have thought of on your own, like the delivery of a particular line or a monologue. That's really fucking cool. And also even just like directorial, is that the word? Changes made that are sometimes even better than the book itself. So, yeah, it's kind of, it's interesting. I'm coming to appreciate the film medium a lot more. And yeah, if I was to write a story, I feel like I'd become obsessed with describing the environment. Yeah, like I have always struggled with the right amount of detail when it comes to like scenery and stuff. Because for me, finding it hard to picture things in my head, sometimes I would just leave it kind of blank. But then it's like your characters are just talking in this white void and they're like, well, what's happening here? Other times, maybe as a way to overcompensate, I'd be describing like every single leaf and stuff like that. And it's like, okay, we're kind of missing the point of the scene here. And so it takes a very delicate hand, quite a masterful approach. And unfortunately, I think the only way to get better is just sheer practice. You know, there's not like any shortcuts you can take to suddenly become like Tolkien or to sharpen the blade of your own skill like instantaneously. It just doesn't work like that, unfortunately. But the cool thing is like the practice is it's not useless, if that makes sense. And it's not like, what's the word? When you use something one time and then it's gone. Like if you're practicing writing, for instance, by writing a story, like at the end of that practice, you have a story. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not like the practice is completely like pointless essentially. And you just have to do this thing over and over until you're suddenly able to make stuff. You can make stuff the whole way through. And that is an incredible boon, I think. For me, at least, knowing like, oh yeah, I wrote this story ages ago when I was still kind of getting a grip on certain techniques, it's kind of like unusable. But even if there's one tiny sentence, even if there's 3 words from that gigantic practice piece that can be utilized for something else, or that can be like revamped into a new piece entirely, like that's worthwhile, you know? I just feel like it's more forgiving potentially than some other practices. Because like, for instance, maybe a good way to show the difference is like with something more musical, like playing an instrument. For a while, your practice outcomes, they're essentially unusable. You know what I mean? Like if you're learning to play the violin and you can't really make a proper sound, it's not really like you can use that practice in the future. Does that make sense? But for something like writing and a couple of those other disciplines, like even potentially photography, yeah, stuff like that, like there's still the evidence of what you've just done. And so I find that to be incredible, and it incentivizes me at least to continue, because it doesn't feel totally pointless or like, oh gosh, I guess I'll have to be practicing all this for hundreds of hours before I can even make something worth showing people, you know? And yeah, I feel like that's why I encourage people to at least try their hand at it at least once, whether it's writing a poem or a little fiction scene or even just having a journal, you know? Because it's like, not only will you surprise yourself, I think, but it's more like a demonstration of where you're at and where you could be, and realizing the gap is not usually as wide as you might assume. The chasm, it feels like, between where you're at and where you could be, it's more like, I don't know, a little hop, skip, and a jump away. So I think drawing can also be one of those instances where your practice can be usable later. For me, though, debatable. You've seen my drawings, so... Oh, God. The science fiction. Don't even get me started on my high school fanfic activities. Literally. It's so cringy, but put my money where my mouth is. Like, I showed you guys some of that stuff, and it was 99% cringe, but there were, like, a few turns of phrase that I actually kind of liked, and still kind of like to this day. But yeah. Doodlebob, see, Lockett, you're on the ball. What would you like me to draw? And should we put the jazz back on? Yeah. There. Note, thank you so much for stopping by. Be well. Let's see. Leaf number 12? Crumpled like leaf number 4. I fucking love that. That's hilarious. Oh, Lord. Still wondering how the Sansfic ended. It's filthy, really. I can't even describe it to you guys because it's not safe for work. Paint. There it is. Okay. I always find it weird how this version looks more in focus than the other version. So, yeah. Sea Locket, I will draw whatever it is you desire. And Cody, yeah, as for yesterday, holy shit, I was out like a light. I was pretty sick, more sick yesterday than I am today. And slept from essentially 7 p.m. 7 p.m. till now. What the fuck? No, that can't be right. Is that true? Yeah, so essentially just quite under the weather. I challenge you to draw anything you want, but without ending the line. Like one continuous line. Oh, that's fantastic, until you have something. Okay, I have to pick something. What have we been talking about today? American Psycho. Been talking about movies. I could try and draw a chainsaw. What does a chainsaw look like? And so, yeah, I'm still a little bit sick, but at least I'm relatively lucid. And even if it is kind of difficult to rub two brain cells together right now. And yeah, I think I'm basically like hungover, but without the alcohol from staying up late the night before. Don't play board games until 3 a.m. or later. Like, if you need to be somewhere the next day, that's my advice. Oh yeah, the Hangover as well. Jeez, like I watched that with my auntie, my cousin, my brother, and I hadn't seen it before. I didn't realize how influential it was really to pop culture. But have you guys seen The Hangover? Did you like it? Zach Galifianakis is hilarious, and I never really was a Bradley Cooper gal, but seeing him in that movie, I was like, oh, I can kind of see the appeal here. So, let's see. You've seen it 3 times? I haven't seen the second or third one yet, but I think we might like do a weekly thing, like with my cousin and stuff, where we just watch the next one and then the next one. Because holy shit, I was laughing so hard, and especially at the end where the guy was singing at the wedding. I was literally like, I was laughing so hard that no noise was coming out type beat. So anyway, I need to focus, guys. What does a chainsaw even look like? It's kind of like got a flat thing here. And by the way, I have to do this without taking my pen off. So this is the chain part that cuts things. The Hangover inspired many strange liquor-driven nights for me. Oh god. I thought, what the fuck? It literally just disappeared. Wait. No. Okay. Try again. This is a part that you hold. And then... how does the... this is like going to look suggestive no matter what I do. So... pay no mind. It's meant to be the teeth of the chainsaw. Yeah, so what was I saying? Hangover. I don't even drink. I was like, oh my god, why is it doing that? Why is it disappearing? Oh my god. And okay, sorry. Let's try a different approach. Eight-bit chainsaw. Boomy tings, I know, right? I must be left clicking by, or right clicking by accident. Like the handle. I don't know. Oh wait, I'm not using one line. Fuck. Sea Locket. Just bear with me here. This is more of a experimental chainsaw. I'm not even trying to left click, it's just happening by accident. That's the middle part. And someone holding it. Like... the American Psycho holding it. Yeah, I definitely don't even need to make it any more difficult. Me just drawing in general is a Mission Impossible challenge as it is. And what should it be cutting? A cupcake. Of course I can draw that pretty fucking easily. There we go. I want to try something else because I don't feel like that was worth your cherries. How do I expand this? Yeah, it's from his notebook, exactly. Let's try something else. I'm gonna draw something and I want you guys to guess what it is, okay? I didn't know you were one of those speed artists. Oh god, that's funny. Yes, a speed artist, but one that's on speed as opposed to doing it quickly. Okay, you guys try and guess what this is. I'll start easy. One line challenge. Oh my god, why is this so hard? A book, yes, 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 Matilda, that's right. Very, very good. Okay, that's just a little warm up, okay? Let's try something a bit harder. Like, I start drawing something abstract, like fucking the emotion you get when you see an old friend. I'm like, what, you guys can't get it? What's wrong with you? Okay, let's see. Is that Happy Birthday? The music. All right. Is it charades with aids or odds where you're from? Charades here, though I know some people say charades. No, they don't. Some people say something weird like brain buffering. They don't even say charades, they say like moving pictures or some shit like that. Oh, charades, yeah. Charizards. I say charades. A. Favorite body part? I would draw lips. Like mouth. But that's too easy. So there. Ear, yes. It's hard when you're having to do it only in one line. The feeling you get when you touch earwax. Ew. Okay, let me try, seriously, to do something a bit harder. Okay. One line challenge. This is gonna be quite difficult, actually. Yes, it's a drum set. How'd you know? It's like, I don't even know really what each of the things are called, but I just like imagined like, you know, something vaguely representing a bunch of drums together. And usually there's like a band logo at the front. Like the hi-hat or whatever it's called. How many drums are usually part of a set anyway? I don't even know. Like, the Club Cherry drum set, exactly. You kind of fuck with it. Excellent. 6 or 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where do they even go? Is there multiple hi-hats? Yeah, I guess it does depend. And then the drum guy would be here. With his sticks. That's kind of alright, isn't it? I mean, at the end there it became multiple lines. Oh god. It's cute. That's nice. That's nice of you to say. Usually my drawings are less cute and more horrific. Like, what the fuck is that? Get it off the screen. The band tool has a drummer that used like 10 drums and 8 cymbals. That's crazy. It's like at that point, you know, At that point, you need multiple arms. What else? Yeah, more drum than man at that point. Let me think. Okay, I've got one. A little simple, but I want to see if you guys can pick up what I'm putting down. And it's not anal beads. Okay, that's it. That's the drawing. A child's abacus, like just one line. Grill thingy, yes. Yes. A shish kebab. Like, I didn't decide if it's a dessert one or if it's like a normal one with like meat and stuff, but you can decide for yourselves. Because there are like skewers that have like strawberries and like marshmallows and stuff. But yeah, I guess the typical one is like meat, cheese, tomatoes and stuff. Kebab, yum. Maybe I'm just hungry. Let me think. I want to draw a character now. See if you guys can guess who it is. Right. Agent 40 Heaven is funny as. One line as well. It's so realistic, I know. Wait, shit, I messed up. It does look a bit alienish. God. Maybe I should just try doing it in multiple lines. The absolute focus, guys. You have no idea. Okay. My last date. Yeah, this is this is who I met on fucking Tinder. Okay, this literally looks nothing like the actual character that I was imagining. Fuck me. It's not any of the people you guys have guessed so far. It's, I think I need to try again without the one-line challenge, if that's okay. Not that it will help much, but I think it'll give me a tiny bit more of a chance. So, let me try again. Okay. Yeah. This is a true, authentic Picasso, by the way. Remember, this is going to be the same character, just more detailed, I guess. Why is he kind of looking cute now? I have to make him not cute. I don't know why I gave him like a tapered waist. I'm trying to highlight that he's like really skinny, overly skinny. Yes! It's Schmeagol, okay? If he was in an anime. Created by someone who should be in jail. Okay. He is kind of cute in a fucked up way. I totally agree. And I've said that before, like, there is a, like, kernel of pitiable tragicness in his character. Wait. Wrinkles. Wrinkles, wrinkles. He's saying... My precious. Thank you for the hydrate. Let me zoom out and show you guys properly. I mean, that's accurate. And that's the ring. The first one. I mean, I honestly can't believe you guys got the second one, to be honest, but... What gave it away? Was it the big eyes or like the lines on the side? Biblically accurate Schmeagol. The lines for real, yeah. Oh god. Yeah, sorry, I kind of did give it away a little bit. Oh god. The eyes are kind of cute, you know? Like you can make him anime style. Please. Please, Master Frodo. I wonder how, like, would things be different if Gollum actually was kind of cute? Would he be treated differently? Because if he was still acting the same, like a fucking little gremlin, I wonder if people would have more patience with him. That's kind of sad. But yeah, it makes you wonder. There we have it. I hope this was worth the cherry sea locket. Oh my god. Abomination. Truly. Yeah. The Golem, I really focused in, so... Let me save that just so I don't accidentally get rid of it. And call it One Line Challenge. And so yeah. Is the music too loud, by the way? Can't tell. It's about right. Okay. Oh yeah, one line challenge with makeup would be cool, because it's like you can't take your hand off. If you do, that's it. You have to move on to the next like makeup item. That's interesting. Yeah. I hate being sick, guys. I really do. It's not fun. And I don't have COVID, I don't think. I haven't done a test. But yeah, I just think I'm like... I got a cold from someone or something. I hope I feel better too. To be honest, talking with you guys here is helping. It's better than medicine. So. You were sick for about a month earlier this year? That's horrible. That's, yeah. It's like... It's the worst feeling because it almost feels like you're just being lazy, but your body is actually just having this crazy internal battle going on and is like, you need to rest, strictly. Yeah, slaves get sick too. It's unfortunate. It's true. It's like, yeah. It almost feels like a guilty thing to get sick, especially if you just take some rest, as you should. I was on a can of small tuna or 2 a day. Oh gosh, like, was it like a stomach thing, or like did you just not feel hungry? It's horrible. Yeah. Right now, the only thing that I'm feeling like as leftover symptoms is more like a general fatigue. But yesterday, I basically had no voice, and my throat was hurting, and my body was aching. which is weird because I hadn't done anything to make my body ache necessarily. I mean, I was sitting with my friends for like 12 hours playing board games. But yeah, it was just like this pervasive muscle soreness. You didn't have an appetite. Yeah, that sucks. But it's interesting because like when your appetite starts coming back again and you're like, oh, okay, maybe it means I'm getting better. But sometimes like your stomach or your digestive system isn't used to it anymore. And then you kind of almost get sick again just from the shock of it. And so that's something I've noticed, like, because there have been times where either I've been ill or I've been purposefully fasting, you know? Oh yeah, like when you get COVID, Conman, welcome in. It's kind of like, you know, you almost forget that you need to like ease yourself into eating certain foods, like eating normally. And then, yeah, you can quite easily make yourself sick again. My comfort food. That's a good question. I have too many, I think. Like actually, today, because I was feeling under the weather, I wanted to cheer myself up a little bit, I actually got some cupcakes. Literally for no reason, there's no justification. So maybe something sweet, unsurprisingly. Though if I'm feeling like really like stomach illness, I basically can't tolerate anything except dry like crackers or dry bread or something like that. Like the last time I had a stomach issue was quite a while ago now, so it's hard to remember. But there was a period of time where I couldn't eat anything except yeah, just like literally plain salted biscuits. It's so annoying. But yeah. And yeah, this, hopefully no one jinx themselves here. I'm casting a non-jinxing spell on this whole stream so we can talk about this without getting sick. But it's quite funny because like my continued, what's the word? Sleep paralysis jinx has been maintained. Every time I talk about it, I end up getting it that night. But you know, I'm kind of used to it at this point. I have sleep paralysis so often, it's fucking crazy. And I have nightmares so often that nowadays I'm starting to realize it and then just kind of in the dream be like, fuck off. And you know, there's a monster trying to get me. Just be like, bro, go and do your taxes or some shit. So, yeah, I used to get sick a lot more when I was like working in a retail job because you see so many people every day. The chances that someone is sick and happens to come in is quite high. Nowadays, it's a lot more rare. The only time I'll get sick is if I'm hanging out with friends or family and they're sick. So, yeah. Melody's welcome in. I don't know if you saw it at all, but we did end up watching that Tolkien video like on stream. It was fucking fantastic. And I'm so glad you recommended it. Like, towards the end, I literally started getting teary-eyed. I tried to like move past it, but I fucking loved it. So thank you very much. I'm sorry that we didn't get to watch it with you, but the VOD's there if it ever, like, you know, catches your eye and you feel like it. But yeah, it was amazing. That lecturer, I think his name's Michael. So good, so concise, so elegant, and yeah, Tolkien. It was basically a lecture on the ways that people misread or like miss out on some of the beauty of Tolkien's work and how to kind of, yeah, how to read it in a new way. And I loved it. So I found it incredibly insightful. And yeah, it ate. It definitely ate. Oh my gosh, CJ, you caught chickenpox working retail. The woman said her son wasn't contagious. That's fucking crazy. Yeah, the worst I've gotten from, it wasn't in my retail job, but my other job with friend, mum, I got COVID. She came into work knowingly with COVID, and that was horrible. But yeah, mostly just getting a cold or I guess the flu. It's hard to tell sometimes. One of the only men that can pull off a pipe is hilarious. Yeah, Tolkien is funny because he's kind of like a character in and of himself. Like it feels like he somehow just came from Middle Earth. Such an interesting way of speaking, an interesting way of presenting himself, and of course his incredible writing. It's like once in a lifetime experience, not just for him but for us, once in our lifetime. So yeah, he is Middle Earth. He's a hobbit. Yeah, it's like he's got that vibe. It's so interesting. And then I can totally see how, I think it's Gandalf's actor Ian McKellen was saying how he kind of based his own voice in the movie off of Tolkien's, and I'm like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense because he's got like that, I don't know, he's got that vibe, so that's quite funny. But yeah, what was I saying? I wonder what happens if you're sick in Middle Earth. Do you literally just die? You just die of the plague. No, they have the houses of healing. Interesting. Yeah, it does. It depends on how well off you are. Like, if you're rich enough, you could go get healed by a specialist. Some witch in the fucking forest who's like, yeah, you need to have your chakras realigned. Here's some cocaine. Or if you're just a peasant, then you just get the plague and, you know, left in a ditch somewhere. A poultice, that's a great word. I do like those old-timey words for things. We should bring those back. Something like this. That they say, here, drink this, and you'll either die or be fine. You know, it's like one of the two. Yeah. And, you know, if you die, well, at least you won't be sick anymore. So it's kind of a win-win. It's gonna get browner and browner. Though actually, I was talking to a friend when I first got this potion, and I was like, did you take a photo with your phone? And I think he said yes. So I'll be able to show you what it used to look like, but... ASMR. Should I drink this? No, I'm not going to. I'm not going to even bring that up. That's silly. I would never drink that in a million years, okay? Even if it meant that Germa would spontaneously show up in my house and say, hey, Emmy, wanna co-stream together? So, you know. Don't even go there. Intrusive thoughts. You might actually drink it at that point. Guys, I'm telling you that I wouldn't, okay? I wouldn't. Not the whole thing, at least. If you drink it, Germa would combust, so don't do it. He would combust. Trip to the hospital. Fuck me dead. Okay. I'm not going to drink it. Look at this, guys. I mean, it is just water. And glitter. It's purely decoration. It's like something I thought looked cool at a witch convention, and when it was first made, it was quite beautiful. Now it looks like it might have malevolent intent. Oh god. I would drink it, but that's just me. That's funny. If someone, okay, what's your price, guys? If someone was like, I'll give you $100 to take a sip of this, would you do it? 200, 300, $10,000? You would definitely do it? What is wrong with you guys? Do you want a closer look? Wait. My tummy already hurts, so YOLO. That's hilarious. Wow. Lack of self-control, mainly. Would you poop or pee glitter afterwards? That's a great question. You probably would. So, what is in here? Water, glitter. I think when I made this potion, I put in black pepper and some crystals, which you can kind of see at the bottom. Wait. Okay, wait. Here. This way. Water, glitter, pepper, there's like some leaves in there, and there's also some crystals. So yeah, it would cure you of all your ailments because you would die. You'd simply just die. So yeah, it does look a little bit angry. It's like, why are you shaking me up? Anyway, I'm not going to drink it, I assure you guys, okay? Even if it meant that Aragorn would show me his long sword. Sorry. Out of filth. Out of filth. Okay. I need to change the topic because I'm getting too warm. I'm turning off the heater. Ben, time out for you. Oh, Lord have mercy. I can't even take this off because I'm not wearing like a singlet underneath. It's just this, so I'd have to change. Yeah, you guys are all bad influences, I reckon. What were we talking about? Doodlebob again. God. What would you like, my liege? A tree? Alright. I can do that. Yeah. I just turned off the heater, so hopefully I can cool off, but yeah, rest and hydration is always what we need. I need House MD to say some like biting remarks. And welcome in, Mech MD. Are you a mechanical doctor? Because that could come in handy. Wait, what? Why is that working? Wait, that's not the one I wanted. You're a mechanical doctor. Oh, doctor, I seem to be ailing. There we go. And I really need a good, long, thorough checkup. I end up breaking more things than I fix. Honestly, points for knowing your limits. House MD has entered the chat. A tree. I'm gonna draw a tree. I'm gonna try and make it like actually kind of good. So that just kind of means it's going to be horrible, right? These are the roots. Okay. You should lower the cooldown on the doodlebobs at 1 second, that's funny. I like the music. What do trees look like, guys? Come on, man. Oh yeah, there's a new like verbal tick that I have since watching Scarface for the first time. I keep saying mang. The world is yours, mang. It's kind of a cop-out. Wait, let me try again. Should I add each leaf individually? You know, the whole stream is just me adding leaves. One by one. Say hello to my little Emmy. Mang. That's why is that so funny and cute at the same time? Oh god, I'm getting distracted. Okay. I won't accept anything but a hyper detailed happy tree. Fair enough, you know? You're spending your hard-earned cherries on this, so every sub gets their name on the leaf. That's a cute idea. That's like something that a business savvy streamer would do. You know what I mean? Instead of just doing it randomly. It's actually kind of a tree. Let's give it a hollow. Aura farming right now, man. You know it's true. Wait, what does aura farming mean again? It's like when you're siphoning aura from other people. Right? Just so I'm not misusing that term. I'm siphoning everyone's aura. Farming coolness. Yeah, so it's like you don't even have coolness, but you're getting it from other people somehow. This is not how trees really operate, is it? But okay. I'm gonna put something in the hollow. What should I put in the hollow? More like Darth Vader standing around with his cape blowing. Oh, okay. So it's not like... It's not necessarily like dependent on other people having aura. You can farm it from a moment, essentially. Because I always thought it was like you're kind of receiving unearned aura if you're farming it from people. You're thinking of Aura Borealis? You're 2 for 2, Mech MD. Oh god, that's funny. Say hello to my little Emmy. Oh fuck. That actually reminds me, that movie Scarface, how much, like for those of you who have seen it, how much did you guys laugh while watching it? Because I feel like I was laughing a bit too much. Like the part where, like right at the start, where he's being like investigated or whatever by the cops, and then he's like, how'd you get that scar? Eating pussy or whatever. And he's like, how the fuck would you get a scar like this from eating pussy? And also when they were like asking him if he was gay or whatever, and then, but the way the guy asked him like was really suggestive, almost like he was kind of hoping that it was true. And then he was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like just the sheer earnest bewilderment with the way some of the lines were delivered was like really funny to me. And I was like, I don't know if this is meant to be funny or if I'm just laughing for no reason. But when they said main a lot, that made me laugh too. I'm gonna put a bird or something in this hollow. A purple bird. Anyway, that's just like a random aside. I found it quite humorous at times. And yes, and with his wife, like, I feel like they were making jokes but playing it straight in a way, like with the stuff that they were saying. And so I didn't know whether I was right to be laughing or if I was just finding humor where it was not meant to be. Anyway, it's a good movie. I'm like the last person in the world to see it, but better late than never. Yeah, oh, Frank was better. Yeah, exactly. Like, also, I don't know, kind of hot. I don't know why. Those like tense moments between characters where the fighting almost evolves into its own kind of like teasing. I like that. I don't know. How tense, yeah, very tense, very tense. Guys, look how much detail. Who else will give you this level of detail for such little payoff? Oh, it's like, I know, this is the quality content that you guys come here for, right? We should give him a name as well. That's meant to be his wing, by the way. And the other one. this is fun. Like, it's kind of a way to keep my mind and hands busy when I don't really have much else to say. I can kind of focus on the drawing. This is like the inside part of the hollow. Yeah, the bird drank the potion. If you drink the potion, you turn purple. Grimace shake. Aww, Antoinette, my grandma. Yeah, that's perfect. And let's see. Maybe I'll put like. Whoops, that was meant to be an A. Aww, that's so cute. I know, if only. Well, you know, we can like we can sort of bring people back and bring thoughts back by honoring them in our art. However, shoddy. So there we go. Our little bird. Oh gosh, my eye. And more leaves, please. More leaves. Another movie with Al Pacino playing a gay bank robber. I have to see that. I'm finally getting movies, like watching movies off my to watch list and getting through the list. So far so good. The only thing is the list is about 10 miles long, and so crossing one off is basically like negligible. Still, I've been having fun. Yeah, I should watch Cat in the Hat. It's one I definitely haven't seen a million times. I think next what I want to watch is, well, I definitely want to see the other two Hangover movies, and then I want to see Dune, and then I want to see there's a bunch of movies recommended to me. I wanted to see maybe a couple of episodes of The Sopranos as well, because my cousin kept telling me that it's like the best show ever. So I want to see what all the hype is about. The fuss. Yeah, like movies and stuff, they can be great for breaking the ice. Like sometimes with books, you can't be sure if someone has read like the same books that you have read, if they are interested in the same genres. But movies can be pretty culture spanning and stuff. So there's a high likelihood that there's at least some crossover between what you've seen and what someone else has seen. Yeah, I agree, books can be more peculiar or particular. Both, really. Sopranos is good. Alright, another vouch for The Sopranos. Maybe that will be, yeah, my next show. Our movie night? Oh, we can do it whenever, really. Like, whenever people feel like they're interested and free. Back to the Future, baby. Everything Ever All at Once. It's funny you bring that up, because like I know that it's gonna make me cry like a baby, so I don't want to watch it with anyone. Like if I do watch it, I want to watch it alone. So that kind of is tricky, because the other day the option of watching it came up and I was like, please don't do this to me. I can't watch this with people, with friends, you know. Though so many people say it's their favorite, so I feel like maybe I should watch it eventually. Maybe a test run on my own and then see. A sitcom would be good. I've seen a few. Seinfeld. I have seen Friends. Like The Office, the classic ones. Yeah, I watched The Office and stuff before it was not cool. You know what I mean? Like reverse hipster. Dead Poet Society is fantastic, if you guys haven't seen it. If you're into Robin Williams, he's in, I was gonna say rare form, but it's not rare at all. He's in his usual form, which is fantastic. So, it did make me tear up a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. I haven't seen the UK version of The Office, though I do quite like Ricky Gervais, and I love Stephen Merchant. I think, yeah, I've seen their other work, and I've seen the work they did with Carl Pilkington, which I was absolutely obsessed with and still kind of am. I'm sure I'd like the UK version, though it's a bit more cringy, isn't it, by design? Yeah, Everything Everywhere All at Once is interesting. It's a bit polarizing, though a main takeaway was that it was kind of emotional towards the end. Look, so many leaves. Is that boring to watch? Let me just add one leaf after another. Yeah, UK comedies can be quite dry. They're like a bit more, they've got that matter-of-fact kind of sharp, biting wit. And sometimes it's a bit too much. Other times, yeah. Has anyone seen Black Books? I love it so much. Dylan Moran, such an underrated comedian. Oh, IT Crowd, I've seen all of, and I love it so much. It's a shame about the writer, Graham Lennon, I think, kind of went off the deep end, a la J.K. Rowling. Black Books, baby, Black Books. One of my faves, which I got introduced to from my mum, who basically introduced me to every every worthwhile show and movie. Yeah, it's fucking amazing, seriously. And kind of, I don't know which word would best describe it, like unique. It's playing with similar tropes as a sitcom, but it's playing with them in a really unique little way. And it's hard to describe unless you actually just watch it, you know. It's about this guy who's kind of like this, what's the word? Like a grumpy, stereotypically grumpy kind of guy who owns a bookstore. And he makes friends with this other guy who's kind of like the, not polar opposite, but like balances him out. He's like cheerful and optimistic. And he also has this female friend, and they get into like, yeah, Manny. They get into like all these shenanigans and stuff together. Yeah, he's a bit like House. That's exactly right, the archetype. Maybe I can show you guys an example. Would you be interested in that? Because there's one scene in particular that's always stuck in my mind, and it was an example of awkwardness being kind of its own form of riz, where the main character wants to ask out this girl, but he does it in such an awkward way that it kind of swings back around to being kind of endearing. And I always thought, like, oh, that's interesting. It showed me that, like, you don't necessarily have to be really slick and, you know, silver-tongued necessarily to fit in or to be accepted. Sometimes your own version of interest or attraction can be all you need. It's awkward riz. If I can find it, I'll show you guys, but it might be a little bit niche to find on YouTube. Don't mind the typing. This might be it. It's pretty short. Okay. I haven't seen this before, so I hope this is the right thing. Don't forget to say main at the end of your foot. Mech, what the fuck? You're seriously like, what is it, 5 for 5 at this point? Where have you been all my life? If someone were to flirt with me and add main at the end, yeah, it would absolutely work. Hey, baby, like, you want to go out sometime, main? I'd be like, all right. Why not? That's so funny. Yeah, adding it to the end of your proposal. Will you marry me, main? Okay, let me show you guys a little snippet of something. Full screen? Yes, full screen. And hopefully this is correct. So, thank you for the compliment, of course. Thank you for being here and making me laugh. Yeah, coffee date, you and me, man. This is the scene that I was thinking of, but I didn't realize it was so short.
Do you eat? I do. Do you want to do that in the same room sometime?
Well,
You're busy. You're probably seeing one of your 4 million friends. Never mind.
That's it. That scene always stuck with me because what he's doing so much in such a short amount of time. Hopefully you guys could hear it. Hopefully it wasn't too quiet. But he's being awkward, but he's also giving like a compliment in a way. Yeah. He assumes that she's busy because she's probably eating with one of her 4 million friends. So it's kind of like he's implying, one, that she's popular, two, that she's like in demand, that she would have something to do because like she's desirable, right? And so it's like, even though he's like delivering it in such an awkward way, what he's actually saying is quite flattering. Do you know what I mean? And the fact that he like just goes away after that is quite funny. So he's like leaving it up to her. He's taking the pressure off her to answer him right then and there. And so like it's awkward Riz. You know what I mean? Let's just watch it again. And yeah, he asked if he'd like to eat in the same room. So he's basically asking like, would you like to go on a dinner date? But the way he's phrased it is so particular that it's almost endearing because it's unpolished and demonstrating the fact that he hasn't just taken this line from like a phrase book, like a how to pick up chicks book. Do you know what I mean? And so
We're seeing one of your 4 million friends.
he's about to ask out this girl. First of all, he's just not saying anything and she's just looking at him.
Do you eat?
He was about to turn away and then he just kind of blurts it out. Do you eat? Which, you know, is like basically his segue in, but it could also imply that, you know, she has a flattering figure as well, right? Do you eat? I do.
I do. Do you want to do that in the same room sometime?
Would you like to do it in the same room sometime? Like asking her, would you like to have like a dinner date with me, essentially, right? And so the way he phrased it, it's very like, it's kind of, what's the word? It's unusual, but I'm not saying that in a derogatory way. It's like unique. And yeah, would you like to do it in the same room sometime? There's also, like, let it be known, there's also a little suggestive undercurrent there too. Like using the phrase do it, it's ostensibly he's talking about eating, but like he's putting that, like, he's making his intention clear. This is a romantic request, you know? So would you like to do it in the same room sometime?
well,
You're busy. You're probably seeing.
And then gives her a moment, notices the hesitation, doesn't push, says, you're busy. You're probably busy with one of your 4 million friends.
One of your 4 million friends. Never mind.
Walks away. Like, on its surface, it is so like, it's so awkward, right? But actually, he's kind of a Riz master. I'm pretty sure he did get the date, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a while since I've seen this episode. But I always, for some reason, that scene always stuck with me because I realized, oh, you don't need to be super smooth, right? If he had come up to her and been like, hey, baby, like, let me take you for a night on the town, like, maybe she wouldn't have been so responsive, but she kind of was amused by his delivery. She's kind of like giggling and laughing. He seemed non-threatening. He didn't push. And he like made his proposition and then he left. And so I was like, huh, thinking about my own, like, just my own way of being and moving through the world, how sometimes you feel a bit awkward or like, oh, maybe I shouldn't go and ask this person out because, like, you know, I'm just going to mess it up. It's like, just do it anyway. You know, you never know. They might find your particular brand of awkward, like their exact type. And so, yeah, I always thought that was quite interesting. And it helps that he's quite cute, at least in my opinion. Here, he's wearing these glasses because I think he's hungover. But it's just like, you know, the messy mop of dark hair, British accent. He's got a few things working for him already. And then Manny, I think he goes over to his friend Manny just here in the front there. Germa color scheme is fucking crazy. Oh gosh, that's hilarious. Yeah, Riz for the socially awkward is so true. And this show I watched for the first time when I was pretty young, I would say. So I don't know if that just like shaped my type in a weird way, but I also like, I think from even back then, I was attracted to the idea of someone who like works in a bookstore or like is interested in books and stuff like that. So there's added context here that maybe you don't get if you just see this little clip. But I was like, that would totally work on me. And so, you know, just shoot your shot no matter how awkward is essentially the moral of the story. Someone here in the comments saying this is how I flirt. That's quite funny. What other scenes from that show? Yeah, hopefully that isn't too boring to you guys. Like talking about a 15-second clip for like 10 minutes. There was a couple of other clips that I really liked. The Little Book of Calm. That was funny. Yeah, just watch this show. You know, like if you have some spare time and you don't know what to watch, Black Books is a great one. Do you flirt? I do. Would you like to do it in the same room sometime? Yeah. Oh gosh. What else? What else did I watch when I was younger? The IT Crowd is hilarious. Fucking hilarious. I've seen like that show multiple times over. Yeah, I should hit the guy in the comments up. Manny playing the piano from inside with spoons. Holy shit, all these memories are flooding back. Yeah, watch this show, seriously. Wait, Black Books, piano, playing. I can't remember the exact situation, but I think he, one of them, oh yeah, Fran, I think, had lied and said that she could play the piano. And then she had to like basically prove it. And so she had to enlist in her friend's help, Manny, who was like playing it from the inside. Is it this one? Is it this one? Oh, God. Yeah, it's fucking hilarious. IT Craig gets quoted a lot at your work. Oh, I mean, it's so classic. The amount of phrases that has lent to pop culture, especially if you work in like an IT like profession. Have you tried turning it off and on again? Like people say that all the time, even if they've never seen the show. It's so hilarious. And sorry, I'm just like looking at these, remembering watching this as a kid. Oh God. Yeah, the amount that it's contributed to pop culture is fucking crazy. I remember to jump to IT Crowd. I like so many scenes from that show, but one in particular that I find so funny is when Moss, who's, one of the guys, has a concussion and there's a fire. And so let me just show you. I think this is the right one. So there's a fire. Sorry, I can't put myself anywhere that doesn't get in the way.
Oh, 4. I mean 5. I mean fire.
So he's just realised it.
Now let's see what we have here.
The lack of urgency.
Stand upright. Now I can't read it. Oh, not me. I am a giddy goat.
He's not always like this.
Remove safety clip.
Don't look at my feet!
Fire? Fire? No. Aim nozzle at base of fire. Oh, that is typical. Why has it done that?
He's like exasperated. Made in Britain.
I'll just put this over here with the rest of
The rest of the fire. That's fucking crazy. Also, it looks like this is practical. Like there's an actual fire there.
01153. No. 01118. 3. Hello? Is this the emergency services? Then which country am I speaking to? Hello? Hello? I know. Yeah. Okay.
So his like
Subject.
his
fire.
grand idea.
Dear Sir Stroke Madam, I'm writing to inform you of a fire which has broken out at the premises of... No, that's too formal. Dear Sir Stroke Madam, fire! Exclamation mark. Fire! Exclamation mark. Help me! Exclamation mark. 123 Carrendon Road. Looking forward to hearing from you. All the best.
He's literally
Maurice
writing
Moss.
an email. Sits back like a hard day of work is done. Yeah, this is such an iconic clip, and it's got so many gags in such a short amount of time. It's like the emergency number being way too long, which I wonder if I could remember it. 0118998199. I'd be dead. 5119725. 3. And the fucking extinguisher being made in Britain, so it just explodes. He stands up when it says stand upright. It's like the sheer density of jokes packed into like a 2.5 minute clip is so incredible. It's like, I don't know, it's really awe-inspiring, to be honest. And I've seen all of these clips so many times over at this point. My favorite one was actually the fire at a sea parks. That was my favorite ever episode. Though the one where, yeah, Roy pretends to be disabled. Oh my God. So wrong and so funny at the same time. It's like, yeah, and Moss becomes a bartender. It's like these situations that you think, how the fuck did someone even think to write this up? Oh gosh. But anyway. Oh, the IT crowd bloopers are kind of cool. There's also a few naughty bits in the show itself as well. So just for anyone who's curious, like Sea Locket showing your like siblings these like pieces of culture. Black Books is relatively fine, I think. IT Crowd has a few naughty bits. So fucking funny though. Like, I just love it so much. The awkward humor. And both of them are also, like, I think they have a little bit of awkward riz. Sometimes they go a bit too far with it, but... Oh, Richard Ayoade is so funny. Like, I've seen him on other shows like, what is it? Big Fat Quiz with Jimmy Carr as a host. Fuck, so funny. And, oh, they made a US version. I actually had no idea. Yeah, that's... They typically, whenever a show gets really big in Britain or even in Australia, they try and recreate it in the States. Like with Kath and Kim, oh God, like the American version was just horrible. Like, I don't know what the hell they were thinking, but yeah, Kath and Kim's also a really, really, really good one. If you're wanting some good Australian, like homegrown comedy, it's just literally my childhood. So yeah. Yeah, Noel Fielding is hilarious as well. Kind of like my goth awakening in terms of like seeing him as like this gothic vampire and being like, that's interesting. But yeah. Noel Fielding, Richard Ayoade, so good. What other shows? These are like, I'm trying to get back into my early memories of watching these shows. My mum's favorite show is King of Queens. I don't know if any of you guys have seen it, but it's quite classic. And I always make fun of her because it's like such a random show. She's meant to be this movie buff. Like her goal once was to watch everything on Netflix. And I was like, Mum, I don't think that's really possible. But she's like, well, I can still try. I was like, you still can, that's true. And so for her to have a random ass show as her favorite show just always makes me laugh because it's like, you know, I don't know. I thought she'd pick something like Breaking Bad or like one of those stereotypical hyped up shows. But she's like picks this, yeah, cozy kind of typical sitcom. It's quite funny. They kept Richard Ayoade for the US version of IT Crowd. That's hilarious. I wonder, yeah, what that would have been like. I haven't seen Married with Children, though I know the guy from Modern Family's in it, right? Fuck, I can't think of his name. Ed? Ed something? That's probably just above my, just a bit older than my time. Though to be fair, like my dad showed me some of those really old, not movies, shows, like Mind Your Language, which is, it would not be made today. Let's just say that. Yeah, Ed O'Neill, yes, thank you guys. Has anyone on this planet seen Mind Your Language in this chat? If you have, like, holy shit, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's basically like scattergun racism, but in a way that's like kind of endearing. No, sorry, this is the, okay. This is gonna get taken out of context. It's a show about a like adult language class where people come to learn English as their second or third or fourth language, right? And the teacher is like basically trying to herd all these, don't fucking clip me. Please guys, please. I should just show, yeah, it's like an ESL class essentially. I should show you guys a clip, but I have to pick one that's not going to get me in trouble. It's called Mind Your Language, and it was my grandma Antoinette's favorite show. So we always used to put it on for her when she came to visit. And it's funny, like it's genuinely funny, but the humor comes from kind of some stereotypical, like potentially outdated, like jokes and stuff like that. But yeah, please guys, don't clip me out of context. But Mac, thank you so much for joining us, and I'm so glad you stopped by because definitely picked up the vibe like instantaneously. Maybe we'll talk more about Black Books or even watch a little bit of it at some point in the future. Mind Your Language. I'm gonna try and find Mind Your. The reason I say it's scattergun racism is because the class was filled with one person from basically most major like nationalities at the time. So like there was a French girl, there was like an Italian guy, a Greek guy, there was a Japanese guy, and so like each one of them, like the humor would come from the misunderstandings between different cultures and stuff like that, and often it would resolve with them like coming to appreciate each other's cultures and differences. So it wasn't like done out of meanness, like, you know what I mean? But yeah, I don't think it could be really made today, that kind of show. I'm gonna clip this out of context. I know, it's like, it's kind of, it toes the line. I wonder if I can show you. It's literally all on YouTube as well, if you guys are curious. And that like the French girl was meant to be like really seductive and stuff like that. There was, yeah. The teacher was like the long-suffering British professor who could like barely wrangle his class together. So I'd like to show you guys, but I'm trying to find an actual good clip because they're all full episodes. Like, I don't know how to pick something. Oh, the funniest scenes, maybe. Would you guys like to see it, or am I gonna get clipped? This is about to end my career. Fuck me. Guys, come on now. It's like, it really is a whiplash in this channel sometimes between some light jazz or fucking oh god, yeah, scattergun racism. I won't clip. You can if you want. You can. It's like it is what it is, man. All right, but I don't know what this is gonna show. It's called Mind Your Language, and it's an old show. the funniest scenes, it will be kind of out of context. Just basically try and keep in mind what I like the premise that I just gave. An ESL class, one person essentially from each like nationality, and how they kind of misunderstand each other and like the humor that arises from that. So this could be career ending, but we'll see how we go. It was a different time, yeah. That's the teacher. So this is meant to be the funniest scene, so it might not have all the context there, but I'll try and fill it in if I can remember. I can't remember what nationality this guy is too. I think is he Italian? No. He's Spanish.
Buonasera.
No, buonasera. Speak it English.
Don't you tell me to speak it English, you great Spanish onion.
I punch your head in, you Italian ice cream.
Yeah, all right, that'll do. Sit down.
You tell him, senor.
I'm telling both of you, you sit down.
It's all right, it's all right.
And I'll tell you what I told Juan. This is an English class, and when you arrive here, I expect you to speak English. No more buonasera. Good evening.
Okie dokie.
Good.
Kalisperas.
Good night.
Greek.
Bonsoir, Monsieur Brown.
I give up.
Right, so the humor is that like he literally just told off that guy, and then everyone else that comes in says hello in their own language.
Good evening, Jamila.
I have knit for you a scarf.
Oh, very kind of you. Very patriotic. Quite long.
It is be start as pair of sockies. But I am forget to turn round heel, so I make it little bit more longer.
Well, thank you very much. Sure it'll come in useful. Good evening, Susie. Carol?
Good evening.
Yes. Right, now, before we go any further this evening, the Education Authority are taking some kind of census and require these forms filling in. So, it's self-explanatory if you'd complete them now. And then if you have any problems, don't hesitate to ask, because that's what I'm here for. All right?
Hey, I have problem.
Juan, how can you have a problem? You haven't even looked at your form yet.
No pen. Right.
Right, anybody else got a pen?
Si, professore.
Good, right, now, all you have to do is fill in your surname, your first names, your address in England, your birth, occupation, sex, marital status, and what subject you're taking.
Scusi,
Yes, Giovanni.
I have a problem with my first names.
Well, surely you know them.
Sure. Giovanni, Vincenzo, Marco, Dino, Alberto, Lena.
Yeah, all right, so what's the problem?
I can't get them on the paper.
Well, just put as many as you can.
Okie dokie.
Monsieur Brown, please, I do not know the name of the hospital where I was born.
You don't have to put the hospital, just the town.
Just the town?
Have you put the hospital too?
No. Place where born? Bed.
The Greek guy.
Finish.
Good. Correction, not so good.
Por favor.
The correct answer to sex is not at least once a week. You should put male or female.
Hey, no sex with male. Only female.
So, okay, you can kind of see what I mean. Like the humor comes from the misunderstandings, and it's not done out of a genuine like what's the word? Like bigotry for other like countries and places. It's literally like it's more playful than anything else. Yeah, that guy's got riz. The Spanish guy has riz for sure. And even when they're like insulting each other, it's like very lighthearted. Like he literally called him a fucking Italian ice cream, you know? So you can kind of see that it's not serious. Like it's not meant to be genuinely what's the word? Harmful to other nationalities. But it's so, I don't know, it's just really cute. Yeah, it's definitely of its time though. The fact that this would even be a show, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if it would fly today, even being lighthearted like it is. The accent maybe is probably the biggest thing, you know. Yeah, it's not malicious. I think that's a good way to describe it. It's like silly. Did you guys like it though? Like, I remember liking the Italian guy and the French girl, who the teacher I think was kind of inexplicably attracted to, which was a little bit problematic. But they're all adults anyway. But yeah, it's a good show. And if you guys are curious, it's like it's on YouTube. Like the full-on episodes are all there. Like, see, what the fuck? That's an 11-hour video. No. I thought it was like 1 hour, but... Sorry, it's loud. There's no way. Wow. Most replayed. Why is that most replayed?
Him into school again?
Well, see that you don't.
Can I bring him into this class?
No, he can stay where he is. He's in very good hands.
Oh wow, I do remember this. Yeah, 1977 is crazy. Wow. It's actually kind of popular. Sorry, I'm just reading the comments here. Wait. 11 million views. Okay. So it's not yeah, it's not that underground, I guess. But yeah, 77. That's wild.
I don't think we're going to the details. It's all right. Anna, can you speak for a minute on life after death?
Yeah. I do not believe in life after death. When you are dead, that is the end.
That's not true. When you die, you go to heaven. Well, us the Catholics go to heaven.
What about everybody else?
Everybody else go to hell.
If heaven is full of Catholics like you, I would prefer to go to hell.
Yeah, I don't think we'll pursue that subject for any more, if you don't mind. Thank you, Anna. Max, a minute, please, on British birds.
I like British birds, especially blondes.
Quiet. That is not very funny, Max.
Sorry. Every day, in the garden of my lodging house, I have many birds. Blacky birds, cocky sparrows, and sometimes a blue breast.
Tit. A blue tit.
Okay. Yesterday, I see a red robin tit.
Well, that's a robin redbreast.
It's funny because it looks like the teacher's like trying not to laugh. You know, his character is like also trying not to laugh, but it looks like the actor is like trying to just not, you know, not break the take. It's quite funny. Yeah, they didn't shy away from the social issues, it's true. And I think they towed the line quite well. It was never genuinely offensive, but it was just like a little edgy. But apparently very, very popular. People love this shit. 11 million views. And people still commenting to this day. Like 2 months ago, 6 months ago. Yeah, wow. This was one of my grandma's favorite shows. So 10 times actors weren't acting type beat is so true. Oh, fuck, that's funny. Anyway. I'm trying not to push my luck here, so we'll come back to the jazz. Yeah, clipped to next week. Yeah, that's such a good point. Imagine trying to learn English. It is like, I'm so glad it's my first language because it's literally like 10 languages in a trench coat, because the amount of loan words and like rules that don't really actually apply, it's crazy. Yeah, I could not be asked learning English. Yeah, legit. It's now because it's like the lingua franca of the world, which means like basically the default language. Like most people have to learn it either as a you know, first or second language. But it's not easy. It's like, how do you even start, like, trying to explain why certain rules are like that? It's just like, man, I don't know. Do I know the show Are You Being Served? I did watch a couple of episodes. Just, I think they happen to be on TV, but I've never seen Keeping Up Appearances. Tell me more. What's that about? But yeah. Yeah, see, Lockie, you do an incredible job. Like, I wouldn't know that English was not your first language unless you, like, if you hadn't told me, you know? But yeah, it's like, at this point, a lot of what I understand about the rules of English, it's more just like, I don't even know how I know. Does that make sense? I can't explain it, or it would take a while for me to explain it. That knowledge is kind of sublimated into just a general sense of, well, I know to use this word instead of this word because it just feels right. Yeah, it's an intuitive approach. And that's like, yeah, totally unhelpful because I feel like we talk about writing so much here that I should be more clear and concise when describing why things happen the way they do. But in general, with first languages especially, so much of it is just intuition based and feeling based, you know? Why use the word wet instead of moist? If they both convey something similar, well, most people hate the word moist for some reason. It just sounds icky. And so, yeah, there's no real one correct path in the way that mathematics might, like, have. So, yeah, the oi sound. Moist doesn't disturb me that much, but I think it's because my approach to language is a bit different, and my approach to words are a bit different too. I kind of have a more synesthetic approach, and so, yeah. Maybe, like, yeah, it's also the definition. But moist cake? I don't know. Keeping Up Appearances is about a snobbish housewife determined to climb the social ladder. Okay. I feel like, yeah, that's, okay, yeah, that's kind of in the realm of, like, some of those, earlier sitcoms as well, a la, The Nanny, Frasier, and, there's one other I can't think of right now. Which I don't mind. Like, The Nanny is a show that I never really got into that much, and not for a lack of wanting to. It was just more circumstantial than anything else. I think Fran is so iconic, and it's quite funny as a show. But yeah, I don't know. I never really sat down and watched it purposefully. So yeah, early 90s British show. That's the genre. The Nanny. Also, I was saying recently that you guys know Seinfeld. Elaine, she's hot. And I kind of got a bit up in arms because I was saying, like, she's actually a baddie and no one talks about it. She's literally so hot, and why doesn't anyone, like, care? Like, not only do the characters in Seinfeld not really talk about it that much, though sure, that's probably just part of the show, but in general, people that watch Seinfeld never talk about it. She is so good looking. Just like her bone structure, her hair, her smile, like... Wait, let me just... Okay. I feel like she needs to be appreciated more. And also how she goes for it when it comes to, like, doing bits and stuff like that. Yeah, JP, it's funny, we had a similar experience with The Nanny. It's like, every time I see it on TV and it happens to be on, I'm always laughing my ass off, but I've never actually gone out of my way to, like, sit down and watch it. Let's see. What's a good moment with Elaine? Oh, the faking it. No, I can't show you guys that. Oh, can I? Sponge-worthy. That's hilarious. Oh god. The best of Elaine. We won't watch the whole thing. But yeah.
You don't think she'd yada yada sex?
I've yada yada sex.
Really?
Yeah. I met this lawyer. We went out to dinner. I had the lobster bisque. We went back to my place. Yada yada yada. I never heard from him again.
But you yada yada over the best part.
No, I mentioned the bisque.
She's such a slay, come on.
Say, astronaut.
Say what?
She's
too
like
many of those pills.
She's hot.
Astronaut? Say it.
Astronaut.
Astronaut.
Good, okay. What about last year, when I took him to the hospital every day? Did he ever say thank you?
Oh, God. Uncle Leo.
Hello!
Marty, are you nervous?
What nervous?
What's with the sunglasses? Who are you, Van Johnson?
I got a black eye.
Hello.
Oh,
What pills was she on?
This is my Aunt Stella.
Stella.
What on earth? I haven't seen this part. Oh, the part with the Pez. Oh, she took too much cough medicine. That's so funny. Like the she drank the food. That's what will happen if you drink this, guys, so don't do it. It's so funny because to be an actor and like to really commit to the bit like that is really difficult, you know? Yeah, she's robo tripping. It's like, I don't know, I just admire people that can really go for it. Oh god, I can't even play that. That's when she's like being all sexy.
She had this throaty, sexy kind of whisper.
But it was actually Elaine.
Jerry, I want to slide my tongue around you like a snake.
Okay. Sorry, headphones only.
You? That was you? How did you...
I stopped in the club to see him, and I was standing in the back while he was on, right? And there was this tape recorder there, and I got this impulse. What?
No, nothing.
Now listen, promise me you won't tell him, okay? I want to have a little fun with this.
I had no idea you were filled with such sexuality.
Oh, that was nothing.
I wonder what happened to my
That's so funny. She's so beautiful, right? That's from the tape, season 3, episode 8. I fucking love that show. I just love, I don't know. First of all, Elaine, so beautiful, but so playful as well, right? Like, yeah. Just breaking stereotypes left, right, and center. You don't have to just be one thing. You can be playful, you can be silly, you can be tripping on fucking cough syrup. You can be like sexy in the way that she was in that clip. Or you can be utterly dorky and, yeah, just like, I don't know. Like, yeah. You can be anything you want. And her dancing. Anyway. You can be normal. This is my jazzy mix, by the way. We're nearly done. Oh, mercy me. Yeah, maybe once the jazz music's done, we can wind down the stream. Cause like, yeah. We're going nowhere good. And I always have to read the comments. Like, I need to know what people are saying. Like, do I feel the same way? Or am I in an alternate reality type beat? Yeah, I haven't died yet, so not to worry. But holy shit. I don't know. I so hate being sick. And I also so hate, what's the word? Kind of when you get right back into something and then like some other shit just like hits the fan. It's kind of like that thing where when you get a paycheck and then the check engine light on your car flashes on. Oh god. Oh yeah, let's finish off the tree, and hopefully by the time we finish the tree, the music will be done. It's like it all works together, so that's perfect. Let's come back here. Yeah, so I don't know if there's a specific word for that thing that I just described. Like, when you get a new paycheck. Yeah, it's kind of ironic. And then the check engine light comes on. That's kind of how I feel. Just getting back into streaming and then being like, I don't know, knocked out essentially by some random sickness. This is exactly why we can't have nice things. Okay. What else do I want to add to this tree? It's like a bit sparse at the top. When will I show you guys the new setup? Oh yeah, I mean, I'm happy to show you guys now. I don't know exactly how to show you. It will have to be on the Discord. Like, take a photo, send it to the IT section. It's pretty damn cool if I do say so myself. And it's not even in its final form yet. That's the coolest thing. Because like I haven't even, well, I just downloaded Steam at the start of this stream, so I can finally start playing games. But yeah, I've barely even scratched the surface of what this bad boy can do. Yeah, games. Maybe next time we'll play games. I'll, if I play, but here's the thing, if I play Hades 2 with you guys, which is a game that I've been, well, I haven't played in a hot minute now, but I was really into it for a sec. I'll literally get out of pocket. Because some of the characters are so hot. Like, yeah, or community games, that would be so cool too. I need to download all those games again. Jackbox, Marbles on Stream. Was there other ones we did? All that good stuff. But yeah, has anyone played Hades 2? Facecam off for Hades? Legit! Oh yeah, Binding of Isaac, I would love to play that with you guys. Even though it makes me rage, like it literally makes me rage. To the point where my heart rate goes up and I need to take a chill pill. Yeah, Hades 1 is so good. And I hope that they put Zagreus in the second game eventually. I'm sure they will, but I'm a bit worried. He's so sweet. And I understand if people want to wait until Hades 2 is fully out to play it, but it's almost basically finished. It's almost a full game at this point. And it's so good. It's literally so good. And the characters are so hot. Like Heracles. Holy shit. He's like... I actually don't have an appropriate way to describe him. I genuinely tried. Oh god. So, yeah, you just have to see his magnificence for yourself. Who's the best looking? Oh, it depends what you're into. Because it's like kind of a archetype for everyone. Personally, my heart remains with Zagreus from the first one. he's not currently in the second one yet. I just love Zagreus. He's so sweet. He's so earnest. He's literally a prince of hell, right? So you'd imagine that, I don't know, he might be a bit spoiled or entitled, but he's so sweet and like, I don't know, almost shy. And yeah, he's got the whole like dark hair, one red eye, one green eye, I think. He can be a bit smarmy, it's true, but I think it's warranted snarkiness, like towards his father or whatever. Oh, wait, I have to show you guys now that I'm talking about these people. Zagreus, just in case you haven't played. Let me see. Full screen. This is Zagreus. You know, he's got the whole tunic thing going on. And he's not in the second game yet, but I hope they add him. I really do. But Heracles. Oh my god. Hades 2. You guys don't mind, right? Hopefully not like a spoiler or anything. I want to show like the full body. Yeah, the laurel halo. How cute, right? And his voice as well is kind of rumbly. It's like a bit dangerous, you know? The Lorax in human form, don't start. You guys always do this. Don't. Just don't. Literally, my friends IRL do this to me all the time as well. Anytime I start thirsting over someone, they make this comparison that just snatches me away from like, I don't know, whatever internal fantasy is happening. Because like, it's also true. Like, it does kind of give that vibe. Fuck me dead. Okay. Dionysus also looks quite funny in Hades too. Dionysus. It is diabolical. It is. And this is in the game, by the way. Like, this is not some thirsty fan work by some the least horny Hades 2 player. This is literally in the game. And yeah, I mean, okay. If that doesn't convince you to play. Like, wait, why is... Oh, yeah. Stupid, sexy Dionysus. Literally least horny. It's true. So he was added relatively recently. But also, oh yeah, who else did I like? I do see the appeal in others like Icarus and sorry, is this spoiling? Should I stop? Should I stop for those who haven't played it? Also, you know what's funny, guys? Hades. No more spoilers. Like, remember how we had that extended, like, era with Sans? Well, he kind of was just, like, reborn in the form of Skelly in Hades. And I'm not gonna lie, I mean, if it came down to it, if it came down to it, guys, I don't know, I'd take one for the team. I reckon you're taking one for yourself. It's funny because like Happy Birthday's playing in the background as we're having this just diabolical, debauched conversation. Taking extra. You guys. Okay, I do it to myself, I know, I'm sorry, but it's like, I swear to God, I don't have a thing for skeletons. But for some reason, when skeletons are in games, they give them personalities that I'm drawn to. And yeah, the accent. It's like, they're quite irreverent, they're playful, they're teasing, and so it's about the personality. It just happens to be attached to a skeleton. He was a guy before, right? Yeah, only the cartoon versions, of course. So, and look, his nose is a heart. Can I zoom in, or is that gonna fuck things up? Doesn't really work. The funny bone. Literally, his nose is a heart. It can be two things. I'm not into skeletons. Like, I swear, it's a 0% body fat. Okay, my taste in men, right? Because you guys know my taste span far and wide. Like, I quite like bigger guys. Like, muscly or just like, you know, big boned. That's a bad phrase. Like, I'm just making it worse. Wide? Yeah, so... Okay. I'm literally making it so much worse for myself. Thick. Juicy. Yeah, I quite like tall, wide, muscly, or not muscly, it doesn't really matter. Just big guys in general, right? So there's nothing that physically appeals to me about a literal skeleton, guys. A skeleton! Okay, sorry. I'm actually... Yeah, Meat Mountain. It's so funny you say that because that's how I was going to describe Heracles from before. But then I was like, oh, I should pull it back a little bit, but yeah. Yes, exactly. So I'm not attracted to, let me put this on the record, guys. I'm not attracted to skeletons. Does that really need to be said? And it just so happens that, unless they're funny. Fuck me. Even if I were, no judgment. There is judgment. I'm judging myself, okay? Like, okay. If you're attracted to skeletons, there is judgment. Timothy Chalamet, step aside. So if I was attracted to skeletons, you'd deplore me. Yeah, I would send you away. I'd be like, that's not on. Like, we're not going to the bone zone, okay? I just... How do I feel about frog bodies? I don't know what that means. Only if they're funny. Like, the thing is, I've told you guys so many deplorable things about what I actually am attracted to. And I fully own up to those. And the reason I get so defensive is because I don't want to, like, give the wrong idea of what I actually am attracted to. So, does that make sense? Big stomach, skinny arms and legs. Oh yeah, I mean, would you call that the dad bod type? Because I am attracted to the dad bod type. And meat mountains. This is such a horrible way to describe people. I'm so sorry. I don't know the right way to describe it. This is for a lack of a better term. Just saying. I'm so sorry, guys. Everything except skeletons. Exactly. Okay, it just so happens that Sans and Papyrus and Skelly happen to be skeletons. So, I don't think there are any other skeletons that... no. The music, is that it? Oh. Okay, I'm getting too worked up here. Before I have a fucking aneurysm, I'm not attracted to skeletons. Unless they're funny. Yeah, Saved by the Bell. If we kept talking, it would go so much more downhill. Wait, is that good or bad? It's all downhill from here. Doesn't that mean it's easier? Anyway. I kind of do want to see something though. Remember how we typed in sans hot or whatever? But it came up with stuff that was literally like really explicit, so I can't show that on stream, but I want to see if... Okay, no, it's fine. If you type in Hades Skelly hot, nothing comes up, but something kind of vaguely suggestive, which I can show you guys. It's so funny they decided he's got a blue one. Don't start, Ben. Please do not start me. I'm gonna get out of pocket. So this clearly looks like fetish work, but I don't know how to describe why I think that. Like, there's just something about the way this is drawn, you know? So, is this the thing? The way that the potion is viscous, yeah, and the way that it's like dripping down. He's drinking this potion, guys. But this isn't viscous, it's watery, so. Anyway, okay. So, just to make sure the last thing you guys see in this stream is not Skelly drinking a potion suggestively, let's actually have a palate cleanser. What the fuck is a palate cleanser? Marge hot? No, we've already seen that. I think I see it, but I have to squint and turn my head. Yeah, if you're a normal person, it takes a bit of like adjusting. So I don't blame you for that. And also thank you for the follow. Palate cleanser, palate cleanser. Something that's pleasing to the eye. Oh God, Astro, you're gonna make me draw something. Have mercy. Have mercy. Skelly fanfic drawing. Oh gosh. I can try. I'm not great at drawing bones. I am having fun though. Princess Peach? Is that like a palate cleanser? She's widely palatable. No pun intended. Let me start this again. We have something nice to look at already. We have you. That's sweet of you, Cody. Oh yeah, Patrick. Fishnets. This is a palate cleanser. Yeah. Patrick Hot. You don't even need to type in Patrick Hot because, like, here it is. Now I'm gonna try and draw Skelly. And I gotta excuse myself, yeah. I know, right? I don't blame you. So, how do I draw a skeleton? Wait, should I try and draw... Okay. I'll try and draw Sans, but then make it Skelly. He has a heart nose. Now, I'm actually putting in like non-negligible amounts of effort for this. So, locally sourced fishnets. It's funny because yeah, it probably was. And I'm not looking at anything, so I'm not gonna cheat. This is gonna look way too much like Sans instead of Skelly, but I'll try. Wait, he has a beard, doesn't he? It's Sans with a beard. No, I'm trying, I'm genuinely trying, okay. And he has eyes, right? Does he have a hat? I can't even fucking remember. We literally just looked at him. Sans dressed up as Santa. Sansta. No, it's Skelly. Okay. He has... I don't know why I did that. He has like armor or something? Yeah, he says Boyo. He says... Hey, Boyle. Because it's a fanfic drawing, as per Astro's request, so there has to be some romantic like undercurrents. He's wearing armor. I don't know like what bones look like. Yeah, see, Loki, you'd love Hades. What the fuck? I don't know how bones work, okay? Please, have mercy on me. Imagine that's like a million bones all together that makes a hand. Oh my god. This looks horrible, guys. What's he holding? What's he holding? Pelvis? I don't know, guys. I don't know. No, I feel like I want to give your money's worth, your cherry's worth, so. If it's okay and it's not considered cheating, I want to actually look at him so I can try and draw him properly. Okay. Okay. You did skip leg day. I've got a picture now. Oh, he's got hair. He's got hair. Okay. I'm gonna try. Eroded leg day is hilarious. Is gonna just trust the process. Trust the process. I don't trust the process. His mouth. It's a jawbone. It's already looking kind of better. He's got big eyes. Maybe not that big. And he's got hair like this, which I didn't even realize. He looks like Rick and Morty, but like, you know, skeleton. He's got hair like this. And he's got his little heart nose, which is so cute. He's got a tongue. No. Does he? Oh, he's got a coin in his mouth, which looks a bit like a tongue. It's a coin. Okay. And he's got little eyelids. Yeah, Doc Brown skeleton. Exactly. Okay. He's got eyelids, which is a bit seductive when they're half-lidded. Oh, wait, no, they're not. He's got to be able to make out. Exactly. Oh. Okay. Eyes. He's like giving you bedroom eyes. Also, I know you guys can't see this, but this is literally how I'm drawing. Like, I've got one hand on the mouse and the other hand holding my wrist to make it really smooth. So like, this is serious, guys. This is serious business. And he's got like his neck, which goes down a bit before it goes to his rib cage. These are ribs, by the way, multiple. Sternum type beat. How many ribs do we have? I don't even know. Okay. What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh god. I don't like that. Stop looking at me like that, please. Heartthrob. He's sultry, I know, right? What the fuck? Why is he sultry? What have I done? What have I done? What have I done? Oh god! I can't look. Astro, This is your fault. Okay. I'm blaming you. I'm being mogged right now. Yeah. I'll show you guys what picture I was looking at. This one, I think it was. You think that's accurate? In some of them, he has a beard. Oh, I think that's from Hades too. Yeah, that's accurate, right? It's like the music is so inappropriate for what we're looking at right now. Or is it appropriate? I don't know. I'm not drawing his pelvis, okay? His eyes are pink and purple, which is kind of cool. So... Wait, that's more like a red. I don't know if that's like better or worse. And then his skin is blue. Make this your Twitch profile pic. That literally, that should be like an incentive. Like if we ever do, I don't know, some fundraiser or something. It's like, change your profile pic to this abomination. Dead Squidward. What the hell? So, yeah. I could make the colors more accurate if I went into the color picker, but I just went with the default colors already in Paint. Because the blue is a bit lighter in the actual picture, and so is the pink and red and all that. Bidding starts at $3.99. Yeah, exactly. God. That's Sans. That's straight up Sans. That's closer to Skelly. Hades Skelly. So I'm not proud of myself, guys. It's not my secret crush. No. But it could be my not secret crush. No, I'm not like, okay. I'm not attracted to skeletons. Okay, I swear, guys, I promise. I promise. Because if I was, I would tell you. We've had so many, yeah, we've had a bunch of awesome doodlebob ideas. I don't know about the doodlebobs themselves. I quite like the tree. And the little birdie. You know, we all have our hear me outs. So, yeah. Let's just say it's a no judgment zone, except if you're interested in Skelly. If you get attracted to a third skeleton, then you've got some explaining to do. Just, yeah, I know. It's quite dire. Like, I can't even think of another one, so that's probably for the best, you know? So does Papyrus count? No. It's fucked up, man. I don't think I have a thing for Papyrus. Nah. I don't want to explore that because I'm scared of what I might find, okay? Is it messed up if you dated brothers? Probably. I mean, at the same time, yeah, probably. I think that's kind of the bro code that you shouldn't cross. Papyrus's personality is a bit more, kind of like puppy dog coated, I think. So, but he is taller. Wait. This is a bad idea. This is a very, very, very bad idea. Fan art. They're cute. Okay, this is like not raunchy or anything, so that's fine. I can show you. Like, it's cute, isn't it? I'm just a bit scared. I don't want to like accidentally see something that I shouldn't see. Or that you guys shouldn't see. But yeah, Papyrus is meant to be taller. So I don't know, some people might like that. Sans is shocking. Yeah, what is that? What is that right there? No, it's fine. Yeah, Papyrus in that cool guy outfit and I'm Buddy. I haven't actually played Deltarune. Wait, he's not in it yet? Are you fucking kidding me? Isn't the full game out? No, if he's not in it, I'm not playing. No. I should play it eventually. Undertale was such a big part of my like pre-teen and teen life. 4 out of 7, I see. He's gotta be in it, come on. Imagine all the things he could do with his cape. Ah! See, look, that's definitely up your alley. He just needs a pair of goggles now, doesn't he? Oh, mercy. Yeah. Do you guys have any hear me outs? So I feel less alone. Deltarune. I've only played the first chapter, I think. Mercy. It's funny because Sporticus isn't even like a hear me out. He's just like literally a hot athletic man. You know what I mean? Like a hear me out is something that makes people go like, wait, what? He's literally a guy who can do like fucking backflips and shit. It's a hold me back instead of a hear me out. Don't look up Skeleton Warriors TV show. Oh god. Yeah, see, for me, like, first and foremost, what attracts me to someone or a character is their personality. So if I just see a random skeleton, like, I'm not like, oh, daddy, you know what I mean? Like, that's not how it goes. But if I watch a show and, like, they're funny and they're reverent. Sorry, my brain just buffering. And, like, I don't know, they have that interesting combination of character traits. Then I'm like, oh shit, why couldn't you look like not a skeleton? Skeleton Warriors. I'm toast. Oh, guy coming through. Don't get me started. It's probably not even my worst hear me out. I'm trying to go through my catalogue of crushes over the years. We're not ready for that conversation. No. We're not ready. And sometimes it's more just about like a random intrusive thought that pops into my head, which is like, what if, you know? Like, can't say. Because it's just like, it's not like I go out of my way. Just, okay. Tom Nook. It's like successful businessman. I'm not a furry. Fuck me. Oh my god. It's like... It's just like a weird, random, intrusive thought that just happens to pop into my head. Because it's so foreign, like it's so alien to what should exist. what should be thought about. You know, it's like, I swear, guys, this is not who I am. Okay? Squidward. Squidward. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. How would that work? Can you go more in depth? I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. I'll do anything to clear my debt. It's just like... Unshackle the rider. That's dangerous. That's really dangerous. I don't even want to think about it necessarily, but sometimes I just do think about it, you know? Yeah, I should bring this up with my therapist. She'll probably be like, oh, it's normal. There's nothing you can really do. Like, Squid wouldn't. I think that's more accurate. I'm not into any of the SpongeBob characters like that. Maybe the lobster guy. He's like big buff guy, himbo coated. Yeah, maybe Larry. Living like Larry. Just... I swear to God, if I was a furry, I would tell you guys. But I'm simply not, you know? And see, look, I'm not even gonna read that comment, because... Lola Bunny, though. I don't even think that, that doesn't even count. Like, she's just sexy. That's a sleigh. Yeah, it doesn't count. Only time I thought Squidward was cute when he was you. Yeah, I mean, that in and of itself was like a, that was almost like a meteorological event. Do you know what I mean? A once-in-a-lifetime thing where you just have to admire its sheer, unique beauty. The stars aligned, yeah. And so, that's fine. Squidward, in that case. Oh God, I can't. Time Lord, save us from this conversation, please. I beg of you. Beast from the late 80s live action Beauty and the Beast TV series. I love how specific that is. Yeah. Okay, fine. Fine. It's crazy. It's like, I don't know. Save you, yeah. Your hear me outs. Do you have a hear me out? Like a character that you find attractive, which you think I probably shouldn't. Like the blue car from Cars, for instance. Not talking from experience. Anyway. The Hunchback of Notre Dame? That's crazy. The blue car Slade. Yeah, I bring that up because it was kind of like a meme. Someone was like saying... Blue car from Cars. I don't know what its name was. Looked like Claro or some shit. Sally? Name's Sally? Yeah. Jessica Rabbit. But okay. Yeah, Jessica Rabbit is a hold me back. And this is funny because this is also a very funny separate meme where it's like Jessica Rabbit is literally designed to be as sexually appealing as possible. That's not a hear me out. You know what I mean? Like, and so when guys do hear me outs, they pick like someone literally, yeah, like a sex icon. And then when girls do hear me outs, it's like a fork. You know what I mean? Some shit like that. Yeah, Betty Boop, like these characters who are literally singularly designed to be appealing. A hear me out is like someone or something that is like kind of what the fuck, you know? Like how and why did you get here type beat. I wonder if I can show you that meme. Yeah, you can get back to me. It's like your homework. Yeah, this is literally it. Here. Literally any conventionally attractive character, and then someone saying, hear me out. Mine was Gadget from the Rescue Rangers cartoon. Oh, I have to look this up because I don't know what that is. Gadget. Aw, she's so cute. Yeah, I can see that. Again, it's not like... It's not a full-fledged hear me out. But, it has to be more abstract. Like, you know? Let me try and think of something really abstract. Like, I remember watching a hear me out video, because like a TikTok trend a while back, and someone was like, the number 8. Like, literally. The number that comes after 7. And they're like, I don't know. It's just something about it. The curves and shit. That's a hear me out, right? Instead of like fucking Gal Gadot, who's like one of the hottest women on the planet. Like, hear me out, guys, you know? Literally hold me back. Yeah, 8's got curves, exactly. I think there was another one. Someone was like, I don't know, like chocolate cake or some shit like that. It's like, okay, yeah, kind of get that too. I feel like I can think of male hear me outs way easier. That's interesting. Tell me more. Tell me more. Oh, the Pixar lamp. That is fucking hilarious. The way it bounces, right? Yeah. With such enthusiasm. Yeah. That is hilarious. And that's more like the spirit. My biggest hear me out is the crying emoji. See, now you guys get it. Oh my god. I feel so relieved. Yeah. Like, it's something that's like, it shouldn't be that kind of like, you know, that exact face, but it makes you go there for a split second. It's so happy to do its job. That's crazy. That is so horny. Like, yeah. Okay. You guys get it now though, right? I'm trying to think of any other ones off the top of my head. It's hard, like, I could easily come up with a list, but it would take some deliberation. The crying emoji is quite funny. I remember there was a whole trend on TikTok, which I wonder if I can show you guys. Oh, my camera's doing weird shit right now. Hear me out cake. So what it was, people would get together, they would print out characters, and one by one they'd stick them into cake and like shock and surprise their audience and their friends simultaneously with whatever character they show us. So, oh my god, this video has 77 million views. What the actual fuck? All right, I haven't seen this before, so I hope it's not going to be horrendous.
Megan from Family Guy. Meg? You're joking, bro. Why would I be joking if I put it on the cake? Don't stop playing with me, bro. 2 men? 2 men?
Hear me out. No one. Because the only one I wanna is you. Aww. Viper from Kung Fu Panda. Yes, she is a snake. But look at that throat, though.
I brought the horse from, what's the show, the movie, Spirit something. Oh my god!
Spirit this time? Inuyasha. He was. I got sadness. Alright? Bro, hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Sadness? Give me 5 minutes in my bed with her. Her name's gonna be Happiness.
That's my dad!
Megan from Family Guy. Meg?
Speechless. If someone brought a picture of my dad to a hear me out cake, you wouldn't be able to find all the pieces of them after. What the fuck? Just crazy. That's wild. I hope that was a joke because, like, holy shit, that's fucked up. Yeah, Wendy doesn't count as a hear me out. I also agree. Neither does Meg. Come on, man. She's literally like a young woman. It has to be like some of these people had some crazy shit on here. Like, they both picked Meg. Like, the snake is a good one, you know? Reminds me of that Jackbox game where you talked about my mum. What did I say about your mum? See, look. What did I say? I apologize profusely. Okay, so there's Alvin. No, there's Simon from Alvin and the Chipmunks. There's the hippo from Madagascar. Is that Gordon Ramsay? There's someone there. There's a horse. There's the corpse bride. There's SpongeBob, Karen, Jasmine, a literal princess. How is that a hear me out? Oh, wow. Hear me out, guys. I'd totally have sex with a gorgeous princess. Oh, would you? Would you really take one for the team? That's crazy, bro. I could never. You know, the sadness one is good because it's a bit like subversive. The girl from The Ring. Ben, you win. You win. Is it because she's like contortionist? Mom from The Binding of Isaac? No, you guys are just pulling on my leg now at this point. You actually wouldn't if you were given the opportunity. Surely not. Honestly, props. The girl from The Ring. Fuck. Yeah, some people don't understand the homework in the video, that is. You guys get it. Don't underestimate a man's will. See, now my, like, skeleton accidental pattern, it seems pretty normal now, doesn't it? This has all just been a ploy. Oh, God. Yeah, I'm not sure how old she's meant to be in The Ring, but I was just shocked because she's so scary. That's hardcore, man. The way she, like, crawls and... Yeah. For me, my ultimate hear me out. It wouldn't even be like a human character. It'd be like the Burj Khalifa or some shit. You know what I mean? The tallest building in the world. Something kind of appealing about that. Yeah. Jeez. Yeah, just put some glasses on. Yeah, true. I mean, would that be a hear me out? Would that be a hold me back situation? That's the question. Oh, God. No comment. Yeah. We always somehow get back to this. I'm sorry, Ben. I don't mean to torture you. It's C. Lockett. He's a bad influence, surely. Okay. Before this gets any further out of hand, let's raid out. And I'm not sure, like, should I stream tomorrow or the day after? I don't want to fucking accidentally sleep through an entire day again. I'll keep you guys updated. So, is that too short notice? I don't even know. It do be like that sometimes. I'd like to stream tomorrow. So let's say that's the default, and I'll tell you guys if that changes. So, until then... Oh yeah, our affirmations. I do not have a raid target, but if you've got one space, let me have it while I'm doing our little daily Streamly affirmations. So, without further ado, it is my absolute pleasure to tell you these words like a bit of a magic spell. I hope they bring you as much pleasure and good feeling as they bring me. And here's the video that they're from. The lovely Amy Walker. Without further ado, yes. Yes, you are. You are ready. You are equipped. You are connected. You are unique. You are gorgeous. You are loved. My personal favorite, you are alive. Isn't that marvelous? So, thank you for being here in this stream, getting kind of weird, raunchy, and a bit sus, moving a bit sus with me today, man. But other than that, more importantly than that, thank you for being here on this earth in general. It's not always easy, but it is always, always, always important. And I truly believe we can make life good for one another. So, stick around because that's worth fighting for. We're gonna have a look at Enemy Charlie. Okay. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. So let's see here. What is Enemy Charlie up to? Oh wow, there's 600 people there. Are we sure? Anonymous confessions. That sounds juicy as. Let's just say hi. What's the worst that can happen? Hugs and kisses. Hugs and hisses. Behave, or at the very least don't get caught. I will see you guys very, very soon. And yeah, we can continue the conversation. So do your homework, guys. Come up with some hear me outs. And yeah. I'll see you then. Take care. I love you all very, very much. Mwah. Bye now. Bye.